interpretations of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I added Mike to my favorites on my phone because I need to be able to. I call Mike. I don't know if you know this. Mike picks up, so now he's in my favorites.
Yeah, no, Mike picks up.
Mike picks up.
I may not pick up the first time because my phone's always on silent, and I call right back.
And I'm usually like, Mike,
I'm driving.
Do you think this thing about the movie is true? Like not even a hello. It's like, Mike, I saw a thing. He'll go, hello, Dylan. I'll go, Mike, I saw a thing on YouTube that said that on The Shining that the man in the bear costume is representation because they say that Jack Torrance sexually molests Danny Torrance, and there's bears hidden all over the thing. Do you think that's actually what happened? And do you think that they should remake The Shining, and it should be actually Stephen King's book version, and they should rename the original Stanley Kubrick's The Shining? Because that's actually a thought that I've had. I haven't called Mike about that yet because I didn't think I wanted to waste too much of his time. But
I already had the conversation.
No, I just...
No, now we're going to have the conversation.
I called my mom about that one, and she was like, I think people just look too much into things. And I go, but maybe they're right.
But, Mother, they could be right.
No, they really could be right.
But they make a valid point.
Because I'm like, this is bullshit. Then they say one fact, and I go, oh, word. And then I'm sitting there for 20 minutes going, there is a bear painting over his bed. And he does look at the beds a lot when he's walking past them. Just like, someone was like, they're also saying the woman in the tub is the Grady twins. Because they, and when she's getting out of the tub, she has short hair. And when she's walking towards Jack Nicholson, she has long hair.
Yeah.
And they're saying that like they're like the aging ghost manifestations of themselves.
Dude, there are people. No, the thing is there are people who have taken film theory and film and all this, and who can deconstruct a film to levels that we will never be able to achieve, and really look into things and watch a movie over and over again to really add on to that.
Yeah, we're not that type of podcast.
That's how and that's what happens.
Stanley Kubrick literally went through Stephen King's book and was like, filler, put that filler. We'll use that filler. Actually, go back, scratch that out. It's filler. Like, literally, dude, he basically was like, yeah, I'll use the part where they're in a hotel.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about it.
That's all I'm going to use.
And that's why you're like, oh, well, when you go to the Stanley, why isn't there a hedge maze out front of the Stanley? Because he put the hedge maze in the movie.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this in the car and you're on your way home,
we'll be in
turn
your
around
house.
Because we're in your house.
We're in your house. Snackville podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Pat.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Jorge.
And we're finally back to your original material.
That's right.
Yeah.
All four of us. I'm back.
All four of us. I forgot what I was going to say. We're actually in our studio. We're not outside.
Your regularly scheduled program.
There it is. Your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, there's no audience in this one.
There's no audience in this one. We're not outside.
Dude, we're not walking through haunted houses.
I can't promise you there won't be any yelling because what do you know? We yell on the show, so be prepared for that.
Ah!
There it is.
Wow, that hurt.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Didn't like that. But man, October came and went very fucking fast.
Thank God.
You know, I have to say, as sad as I am that October is over, my wallet has never been happier.
And I think that's the same for everyone.
And I'm exhausted, and I'm tired, and we're into November, and I'm still tired, and there's just too much.
And I'm just tired of everyone on Twitter being spooky. I'm tired of it. Y'all people have just fucking drained me on the whole fucking graveyard spooky bullshit.
But didn't we go hang out in some graveyards?
Huh?
What? No. I'm just fucking with
Listen,
him.
I just got to say, the whole thing is like when November 1st hit and everyone was like, oh, Christmas. And everyone was like, oh, why is everyone so quick to jump on Christmas? Like, because Christmas is
fucking
fun.
great.
Christmas
but no,
is fun.
I'm
I can like
I'm not one of
Halloween and
those that are
Christmas.
like, hey, what the fuck? But I'm also like,
What about Turkey
Hey.
Day?
Come on now, there's a whole month.
Hey, what about the gobble gobble? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, Turkey Day is great.
Turkey Day is
I don't
great.
I don't celebrate what it represents, but
No.
I do eat. I do eat.
I'll tell you what I celebrate on that
Snacks.
lovely day. I celebrate, you guessed it, George, the abundance of snacks and the
Yes.
snacks that come after the snacks.
We got the pumpkin pies, the cheese platters, the
after
deli
the
mix.
snacks, the
yeah.
fucking sandwiches the next day. And
The
next
open-faced turkey sandwich, ladies and gentlemen, is a
Oh my
week-long
God.
Paunch tradition.
Here it comes.
It's open-faced, my friends. There's nothing more fun to eat than an open-faced sandwich because it deconstructs everything you've learned about the sandwich, turns it on its fucking head, and you get something completely brand new. You get the slices of turkey, okay?
Slices.
The slices of turkey, and you get 2 pieces of bread, but nothing's in between it, baby. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. It's like, okay, bread's the base. That's usually about it, but like usually there's some kind of fucking meat hanging off the side of it, little potato, and then you get the bread on top, but then you take the gravy.
Oh, God.
And you pour the gravy on top, and it's just like, and then you start to fucking, it's a fork, dude. It's an event. It's like
It's an event.
it's like a hobo casserole.
Oh, God.
It really is. No, the open face sandwich is amazing. And
like a pie.
Pom Poms here in Orlando does the,
the
Mama
Mama
Ling
Ling
Lings
The Mama Ling Lings.
Okay.
Thanksgiving
You know-
sandwich. I've never had a Thanksgiving sandwich before until now.
Okay,
Until like
honestly,
Have you had
like
it,
a month
though?
ago. No, I had it. Yeah,
It's so
It's
good.
fucking good.
it's revolutionary.
and it's year long.
Year long.
But also, like,
we
I
can
gotta
go
lie,
really right now to go get it.
I'll go after the show.
Like Wawa has their Thanksgiving like subs too, and sandwiches and stuff like that, and like they're not like spectacular, but they're still really fucking good.
Yeah,
'Cause you got
no,
your
no,
turkeys and your potatoes and your cranberry sauce. Oh my god!
Because
stuffing.
I get what Wawa is. I get it.
Yeah.
And everyone knows cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving.
It's garbage.
I don't care if you're Martha Stewart. It comes out of a fucking can.
Yeah.
You got your whole berry and you got your jelly.
Guy Fieri's too busy over managing everything else in Flavor Town. He's gonna say, "Hey, open up a can."
Cranberries. Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, put it in a can, put it on a plate. If you want some, you really don't. But that's why I don't get cranberry sauce. It ain't a sauce.
No.
It's a fucking gelatinous fucking cylinder.
Blob.
It's a blob is
It's
what
a
it is.
blob.
There's the jelly and then there's the whole berry.
But no, okay, real quick. What is your favorite?
Oh God.
Your favorite.
My favorite food for Thanksgiving?
treat. Yes, because I
Sweet
Stuffing.
potato casserole.
Oh, dude,
With
the
marshmallows on top.
Yep, the toasted marshmallows on top. Ah.
because it's dessert too.
It is.
It's dessert. It's dessert.
It's a twofer.
I don't know. My mom makes a badass like green bean casserole with like the crispy onions on top, and like, dude, I fuck that shit up.
Apparently, the person who invented the green bean casserole passed away.
Rest in peace.
I didn't know that person had a social security number. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know it was that fucking recent. Like, there's like a video of them taking out the trash. I had no idea. What's your favorite, Pat?
Stuffing.
See,
I do love a good stuff.
Dude,
I'm-
I like everything.
Because I'm going to say half and half. My grandmother on my mother's side makes 2 things that I can't live without. Well, one thing I know I can't live without because I think I've eaten it every week I've lived. She makes a macaroni and cheese, but like a real southern macaroni and
Oh,
cheese.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where it's got
Hell yeah.
4 different consistencies of cheese,
Yep.
sour cream, butter, half and half, regular milk.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane, dude. It's the best mac and cheese you'll ever have
Your
in your life.
cholesterol levels are through the roof after you eat this dish.
And then here's the thing: we'll make a regular stuffing, but my grandmother will also make a daddle pepper stuffing.
What
Ooh,
the fuck is
daddle
that?
pepper.
Dude, it's a spicy stuffing, and
Yeah,
it's always funny to see who bites the actual pepper because there's like a pepper that you'll get. And they're small pepper, but they're really spicy. And someone around the table, you'll just see them go, "Ah, son of a bitch!" Like they'll bite into it, and it'll ruin their meal. And we'll all sit there and point and laugh, like, "Ah, you got the pepper this year, you fucking idiot!"
Nerd.
Yeah, dude. Thanksgiving's great, and Christmas is fun too because there's also really good.
Yeah,
Christmas-based
end of
horror
the-
movies.
End of
Damn.
the year is probably the best time because you got October, November, December. 3 of the best holidays.
For those who don't live in Florida, y'all actually get cold weather too.
Yeah,
so
yes.
y'all get a bonus.
You know what?
the
We
bonus.
get rain
we
on
get
Christmas.
we get DeSantis, Rick Scott, and fucking hot weather all year round.
That's all we get.
DeSantis is like the opposite of like there's Santa and there's DeSantis. The opposite. It's
Oh,
the
God.
fucking opposite.
I love how you swung that in there.
Yeah.
me
Can
too.
we start a food podcast where we just talk, like all we do is just
All right.
talk about food?
And some say on the 23rd of Christmas, if your tax bracket was up in the 1%, DeSantis will clear all the dead hookers out of your trunk.
my God.
Nice.
Wow.
I should make up a whole fucking children's folklore.
And
about
that's how you put the
DeSantis.
horror back in the
should.
snack podcast.
And that's how you put the horror back in the snack.
Yeah,
podcast.
I ruined Christmas by talking about that piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Well, we got
Wow.
a fucking.
But I haven't been here in almost a month.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
I miss being behind this microphone with my friends.
We got 2 months planned of 90s slashers.
It's going to be interesting.
And I said, Mike, 2 months?
2
and
months.
he goes, dude, just look up all the movies that came out in the 90s that were slashers. And boy, because we're not going to even get to half of them. Maybe.
No,
No,
we're gonna.
we're
There's going to
Literally
be a lot
gonna
to
be making
leave
a
out.
dent.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And a lot of them I haven't seen. A lot of them I remember seeing on the shelves in Blockbuster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I would go to the horror section all the time
It's
before I'd rent my video game. And like there was just like Ice Cream Man with Ron Howard's brother.
Yes.
I remember seeing that and I'm like, that dude's ugly and this looks stupid. And now if you would have told me, Dylan, when you're a lot older, you're going to have to watch this movie with a bunch of your loser friends, I'd be like, son of a bitch.
I don't know, man. I've seen that movie and it's great.
You have?
Yeah, I watched
shit.
it when I was younger.
I remember seeing the Jack Frost cover because it was holographic.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, we got to do Jack. We got.
We are
going
going to try to strategically place some movies on the holiday season. Like,
Yeah.
We're going to try to make sure that Jack Frost and is
Black Christmas
near
probably.
Christmas. Black Xmas is not a 90s
70s,
movie. It's a
yeah.
70s.
No, what about the remake?
the remake is a 2000s.
Maybe we'll
movie.
do a bonus Christmas episode.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
where I can replace the shame bell with sleigh bells.
Yes.
Oh God.
How festive would
because
that
there's
be?
Another thing is there's not a lot of Thanksgiving themed killer movies, except for
Everyone thinks of the one.
Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a 90s movie, so we may break away for that week only to really just maybe add that movie
Ladies
to
and
our
gentlemen,
list.
You heard it here first from Mike's mouth. We're gonna be talking about Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
You know how long I've been since we started the podcast.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him to do an episode on Thanksgiving,
I wonder
and
if
he
we-
won't do it.
I wonder if you could find a
until
really
now.
bad
You wanna-
like giant turkey movie.
We want to know
It's
why.
Thanksgiving.
Everyone
is that what
wants
it
an idea, and Pat's in the back. It's like I have something for a very terrible idea.
Yes.
that I will enjoy, but you will all hate. How does that
Because I've
sound,
seen
gang?
that movie and I
you're just like,
fucking hate
no.
it.
Like he's still crusading for his fucking Sharknado month,
Still doing it.
I am.
and I've
Oh,
never seen it. But you remember, dude, he got the rally of the people at that fucking
He
convention.
did.
He almost had like a Braveheart moment. Like, everyone with me! Like,
They're
to rally
cheering.
against Mike. And Mike's just sitting there with, like, his crown on, just like, close the doors. We are not doing that.
Oh God! But you bring up a thing, Dylan. I kind of want to bring it up just because we haven't done the show in a long time, and I want to pose a question. I did a poll on Twitter for us, and it pretty much what it said is recently old media has been coming back in a fierce way with the release of movies on VHS, and vinyls coming back out in a strong way, which I mean they've always been a big thing, but now more or less they're a very big part of our culture, as well as cassettes. So, do you think that if a movie like a movie store, not doing just VHSs, of course, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, could it exist in today's in our world with us going not just us but everyone going there and shopping? Do you think it would actually survive? Like think of Blockbuster coming back, but
It is coming back. I got a
rebranding.
job interview.
Yeah, he does.
He
About
does.
3 hours.
But rebranding itself to really fit to today's world.
The thing is, I feel like if you rebranded it, it wouldn't work. The
think-
part
No,
of it.
I mean just add things it couldn't just be a movie store. It had to be like a movie store with other things involved.
it would
with
have
it.
to. You would have to have something tangible that would have to make people go in there and get it.
I think that
Like
a movie rental store wouldn't work, but
Yeah,
putting
absolutely not.
putting movies and stuff back in stores. Like if you go to Best Buy, dude, the CD and DVD section is a really small part of it. Now it's just TVs and appliances and other dumb shit that is household and set. But I remember going to Best Buy as a kid and browsing through CDs for hours.
Yeah,
But
CDs
yeah,
the
but
CDs are
think
gone
about
now.
that, but think about that
everything-
nostalgia factor. A lot of people, I think, would purposely yeah, you can get it on VOD, but you can't get everything on VOD all the time. You know what I mean? Not everything is on VOD.
You tell it to my LG TV when I ask the remote, hey, where can I find this movie? It's
Listen,
just like,
fucking
here's
futuristic
everywhere you
motherfucker.
can find
Dude,
it.
But
I'll,
yeah,
I'll
but
be
I
sitting in
mean-
my room and go, hey, Cortana, and my Xbox goes, yes. And I'm like, pull up Scream.
Shut
And
up.
She's like, okay.
Listen, stop ruining my damn dream, okay?
No, don't get me wrong, dude. The snack aisle, while you're waiting in line to check out your movie.
It was the best
It was
ever.
the yellow brick road of my childhood. They had everything.
Was it Blockbuster that had that like movie theater popcorn bucket?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my mom would always say no. Yeah, I loved it.
They had Red Vines and Twizzlers. They were a store non-divided. They were non-bipartisan. They literally said they were a store for the people.
Yes.
Dude, I'll never forget, man. That's where I wanted my first job to be when I was a kid was Blockbuster.
Yep.
Blockbuster. Yeah.
Even though the fucking nerdy ass fucking older punk kids who fucking dropped out of high school worked at the fucking Blockbuster.
Do you know what movie made me want to work at Blockbuster? Not only being in Blockbuster and movie gathering, video gallery. The movie we're talking about today.
Scream.
Scream. Because Randy's character works in the movie store. And that really, when I watched it, I was like, you know what? I really want to work on a movie. And then unfortunately, they
My mom worked at a movie store when she was a teenager. She had very few jobs. She worked at an art gallery, I think, and then she worked at the Video Magic, which was like a very it was an independently owned because we had 3 video stores in town. We had Island Video, which was on St. Augustine Island, and then we had Video Magic, which is where she worked at. And then there was the Blockbuster that came, and then eventually those other 2 went out of business and Blockbuster came in. So we eventually only had 2 Blockbusters. But Video Magic was like a cool fucking. It was a
mom and pop shop.
It was a cool mom and pop shop, and they had all the cool movies and stuff. And I mean,
Same.
but you know, it's like that slashback video thing that's happening in LA. Although I think it's over now.
I think it's like an ongoing.
Yeah.
They go to like different areas. And
Well, I think it's
up.
a part of like the museum thing that they have there. That the museum, I forget what it's called, but like it recreates, like. It will recreate certain scenes from movies, and people can go check it out like a museum exhibit.
Yeah.
But they did the slashback video thing, and like they really did it very well from the pictures I saw. And I feel like, I just don't know what you could sell in there that would make enough money to.
I think you'd have to make the environment almost like a comic book shop. So think of like a comic shop here locally. They have the Geek Easy where it's like a hangout bar type, and they serve food. So like it'd have to be something more. Stand alone, no, it would fail. It would have to be something that people would want to go do. A place
had a
you'd
bar
want to go hang out.
like movie nights every night.
Exactly.
Like showing
it
like specific
it
movies.
wouldn't be like you'd walk in and it's just endless rows of like videos. It would be that, but also other things.
I got it.
Maybe like a membership.
Dylan's
too.
got it.
I got it.
We're gonna get to the show eventually, but we have to discuss this.
I got it. And I'm almost afraid to say it on air because it's too good of an idea.
Hold on.
All right.
Horror Junkies exclusive.
It's ours.
Stop recording.
Take it.
He's got to tell us beforehand.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah,
great idea, Dylan.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. You're probably going to have to edit this out.
Okay.
And if anyone steal this, you're stealing my intellectual property, and I will Winklevoss twins your ass so fucking hard.
Well, dude, this,
I swear to God.
this is recorded, so
Yeah,
technically
you're
you
good.
Yeah.
do have
You're
proof.
good.
Perfect.
You're good.
Perfect. I will lawyer up. A Blockbuster themed bar that shows movies, serves alcohol, and when you go to buy your ticket to get in, it has the same exact candy aisle, and there's videos decorating the walls. Barbuster. And it has the same exact font and color and everything as Blockbuster. It's a Blockbuster bar where you can watch movies and drink and hang out.
That would be so cool.
What if every booth had its own like freaking like TV and like shit?
Of course it would.
Like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
like,
I don't claim to be a Steve Jobs type. I am not wearing a turtleneck. I am not walking
He's
across
wearing
the
an
stage.
obituary shirt.
So
But
do you
I
go
have
around-
the ideas and
So do you go around and pick out your movie and then watch
And it's all on VHS.
yes.
And it's all on VHS?
They have a VHS archive, and you pick it up, and at your booth where you go and like sit, you like put in
You
your
rent a
movie. and
movie.
You you
So you would
basically
have
rent
to
a
watch
movie.
older movies, right?
Think of Cloak and Blaster here, where you have to
Yes.
pay like $5 to go up to the game room and play games. Like you have to have a tab
Yeah.
open. Same concept. You have a tab open. You get to rent movies.
it would be 2 floors. The top floor would be your video editing thing with an usher at the stairs, and they would show you into your fucking booth or whatever, your recreated living room, so to speak, your recreated 90s domicile.
Whoa. We're
And
getting
you're
deep.
and you're gonna have your an advanced TV somewhat, but you're still gonna be able to watch it on VHS and stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll have your fucking movies to pick out and stuff.
So
And-
would it be
so-
older? So it would be older movies.
I mean, older, newer. A lot of movies come out on VHS
That's
nowadays with independent films. I mean, of course you have DVD and Blu-ray.
or
Like,
we
we're
just
not
go to a fucking flea market and clean up.
Fuck yeah. I was about to
We
say.
can go to the Orlando flea market,
I've been-
Jacksonville flea
I've been
market,
planning on
Tampa
doing
flea
that.
market.
Miami flea market, bro. Just rip up all the VHS tapes we could find. Thrift stores, they're out there,
Bro,
Look,
I got my original.
Goodwill has a fuck ton of VHS.
I went to a small antique shop. It was like a really small, little crowded ass place you could barely walk through. But I picked up the original Star Wars: A New Hope VHS for like $2.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Still
gold
have it.
right there. That's
It
gold,
is.
baby.
Yeah,
It's
and a
unedited
lot of
gold.
these, and a lot of these flea market types don't know what the fuck they're selling.
No,
Yeah.
no.
They're
They
like, oh,
don't,
VHS,
so.
nobody gives a fuck. $2.
Yo,
Yeah.
someone give us a small loan of $1 million.
I was about to say, if anybody that listens to this podcast has money and they want to invest,
Yo, make our dreams come true. We'll make you a partner.
hey, I have a couple of business certifications. I can run a business. I went to
All
college.
right. So that being said, let's get on with the show today.
Yeah, please.
Let's get on to the news. Patrick Kilby, what the fuck is going on in the world of horror?
You guys ever wanted to know how Silent Hill was made?
Nope. Sure do.
Well, there's going to be a documentary.
That's actually really fucking cool.
It's called Making the Siren.
Making the Siren?
Making of a Siren.
Making of a Siren. That's actually a really good title.
That
or
is.
of Siren, whatever.
Because it's one of the most iconic things of that whole, like,
Yeah.
like,
Like any information about it going on?
I didn't look into it.
What?
you're a piece of shit.
You're the worst at your job, Patrick.
This app don't work on my phone.
All right, so one thing I'm pretty stoked about, and we mentioned it on the podcast, I shared it on Facebook earlier today, and I think I may have shared it on Twitter as well. The Witch director, Robert Eggers' new horror film, The Lighthouse, will be released in 2019.
There
Say it
Hooray.
ain't fucking so. So just for you guys know, like I said, it's the director of The Witch. He's re-teaming with the leading genre production company A24. Fuck yes. In the movie, The Lighthouse is going to be a fantasy horror film that Eggers wrote and directed. It just filmed up, just wrapped up filming, and it stars William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Whoa.
Shot on 35mm black and white stock. There's no filter. This is a pure black and white film.
Hell yeah.
The film is about an aging lighthouse keeper named Old, and it takes place in Nova Scotia in 1890.
Oh, what's that?
My
all
name
about?
is Old.
Huh?
My name is old.
Oh.
What's this about?
What's this about?
My poutine is cold in the lighthouse.
My poo!
So, Robert Pattinson told in a magazine, that's the closest I've come to punching a director.
Oh, shit.
Who said that?
Robert Pattinson. He's like,
And he was in all this fucking...
He's like, he and Dafoe relaying how torturous to shoot God at times. He's like, how much I love Robert Eggers. There was a point where I did 5 takes walking across the beach, and after a while, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I feel like you're just spraying a fire hose in my face. And he was like, I'm spraying the fire hose in your face. Like, he was just like, yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
He
doing.
sounds like the Greg Popovich of directors. Like just a no-nonsense San Antonio Spurs interview. But just like, man, that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing. And Dafoe added this. It's funny because when him and Robert Pattinson were shooting together, the conditions were so harsh that they hardly talked outside the screen, out of scenes.
Down.
That's crazy, man. This movie sounds fucking sick. I mean, there's really not that much out.
Did you see that poster of Halloween? Go down. Never seen that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Just threw me off there.
sorry.
But no, I'm really stoked for this, man. I love The Witch. It's probably one of on the top, my top 5 always, just because of
Still your laptop cover, isn't it?
it is. It's still,
Sure
it
is.
is the Raven. I changed it because if you go to their website, they have desktop covers for. They have Black Phillip, the Raven, and the Rabbit.
Hell yeah.
So I interchange them every other month. So right now I have the Raven. But yeah, man, this is my favorite movie. Like top 5. Like I love this film, and I cannot wait to see what this director did with this.
What, The Witch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very, very good.
So 2019, it doesn't have a specific date yet.
That's fine.
Which is fine. So just know that 2019, look out for The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers.
That'll probably make my top 10 most anticipated movies next year. For sure.
Next up on the thing, George.
Yeah, no, I saw this cool thing online that the opening credits for the new Halloween movie, which I assume most of you listening to this have already seen.
Well, we did an episode
Hopefully,
on it,
and
so
we did an episode on it. So
with our boys,
the,
in
the,
Mortuary.
the opening credits with the rotting pumpkin, it was actually filmed with real pumpkins. They filmed pumpkins for a whole week, and with a camera that shot every 60 seconds for a whole week. So they still framed the whole thing, and then it wasn't originally supposed to be run backwards, but last minute they did it, and they really liked it. They said it gives a sense of rebirth. Because it was
I
40
can
years,
totally
which
feel
I don't
that.
know. That's the first thing that I saw when I saw it in theaters. I was like, dude, it's almost like shit. Halloween's coming back. It went from this rotten state.
anyone
to
else-
like,
Went from
oh,
rotten
shit.
because of Rob Zombie and Busta Rhymes.
and the 20 million freaking sequels that nobody gives a rat's
Is it
ass
funny?
about.
Is it funny to anyone that we can blame Rob Zombie and Busta Rhymes for the ruining of Halloween?
Yeah.
Two musicians.
But I don't know. I just thought it was really cool because I really like that opening intro.
Yeah, I really did. I really love that intro.
And the intro is online too, so if you ever want to rewatch it, it's
there
floating around on the internet.
Speaking of Halloween, we did an episode with our friends in the Mortuary Podcast.
We did.
Unfortunately, Dylan wasn't here because Dylan, you were in Chicago watching 9 Inch Nails, which is cool. So, real quick, give the listeners your opinion, your thoughts of the new Halloween movie, because I'm sure that we have some listeners dying to hear your thoughts.
Well, you know, guys.
All right, I'll see you on 2 hours. I'll be back.
All right, bye.
I saw it, and then I saw it again with my mom because my mom showed it to me when I was a kid. She was lucky enough to be at an age where she got to see Halloween at the drive-in when it first came out.
That sounds terrifying.
Which is like the way to see it. So I took her to go see it. It was kind of like a cool full circle type thing. And she loved it, and so did I.
Oh.
I absolutely loved that movie. I even enjoyed it more a second time because I'm going to clear up a couple of things here. The dad. I love the dad.
I agree with you.
I don't care about he's talking about peanut butter on his dick. My dad says way worse things around me. Sometimes borderline, what the fuck did you just say type shit?
Exactly.
But dad's a dad, not to mention, fun fact, only my mom pointed this out. For those Seinfeld fans out there, he is the Wiz. He is the if you've ever seen Seinfeld, he's the guy on the commercials. He is the Wiz, and nobody beats the Wiz in his prices.
Oh, okay.
So, as far as I'm
with his
concerned,
fucking Seinfeld trivia.
the only thing I got a problem with it is that Michael Myers. Spoiler alert!
Spoiler
alert! He kills the dad. And last time I checked, nobody beats the Wiz. So that's the only problem I have with it. But he was fine. The new Loomis concept was fine.
I liked it.
I thought it was totally fine. What do you expect? What do you expect?
I think that twist was really good, though.
I thought it was a good twist. I thought it was like a corrupted pupil has kind of gone to the dark side, and his whole career was about to be based on whether he could make Michael Myers talk.
Yep.
He had to get him to say something. And so he did everything he fucking could. And he got turned into Hamburger Helper because of it. But you know what? It's I thought the movie was great. And, of course, it's funny because I was going to say something about how before I came to the studio, I went and watched Suspiria. And in this article here, they talk about Halloween and Suspiria's numbers. Mm-hmm. And apparently, and it also ties in to what we're going to talk about, but apparently it's top 225 million worldwide. It sits at 229 globally.
For Halloween?
Yeah, after it added another 11 million this weekend for 150 million domestic total, as previously reported. This is the largest for the film franchise, but contrary to the proper reports, after adjusting for inflation, Halloween is not bigger than Scream.
Woo! My favorite franchise! Woo!
Yes.
On top, baby!
Yes, because, there was mass hysteria for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna get a sequel.
You're gonna get a full franchise, not just a sequel.
Which I wonder if they're gonna do that too, where it's gonna take place 5 minutes after the first movie. Which I wouldn't.
Scream or Halloween 2, but 3.
Because here's the thing too, everyone's upset and they're like, oh well, the boyfriend didn't get killed. He was basically an obstacle for her to lose her phone.
He's just drunk.
But if there's a sequel.
Hey,
he's gonna come back and try to apologize, and then that's when he could get killed.
And she takes the knife and dabs it in his goddamn throat.
It could be a whole full circle thing.
Yeah,
so,
no, I totally, I'm stoked to see if they keep it up with how that movie was made. I'm okay with it.
If they keep the same team.
How does Blumhouse
for the second one?
How does Blumhouse get some things so right and most things
the directors
so wrong?
I feel like I don't know how Blumhouse works, but I feel like he gives a lot of leeway with his directors and not giving we're a studio and we have to control everything. And I feel like when you have a good director team, producer team, things like that,
you're gonna get a good.
Gonna get a good movie.
Because I don't care what you say. I think they're the biggest studio. Popularity to money-wise as far as a horror movie studio goes.
I feel like Blumhouse now is what Lionsgate was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Where Lionsgate was just pumping everything out, and they were pumping out some good stuff and some shit stuff, and now Blumhouse is kind of taking that reign as
they're doing good stuff, bad stuff.
Which, so it's because you'll get Pet Sematary is Paramount.
Yeah.
So like you'll get your Paramounts every now and then. You'll get your Universals and
your
everything.
Sony.
But they'll usually leave. And I mean, I guess Blumhouse, isn't that like a smaller thing of Universal?
Yeah.
Or does Universal have something to do with it?
It's a smaller company of Universal.
Did they buy it out?
I mean, if you got Blumhouse haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights, I'd imagine Universal.
No, they buy rights. They buy rights.
They can
they
buy
buy
specific
rights?
rights just to use their props and stuff.
Because it's like how record labels are smaller imprints of larger labels and stuff. I wonder if Blumhouse is a smaller imprint of a larger studio.
Because I'm pretty sure Blumhouse started off independent, but with how big they've gotten, they probably didn't get bought out.
Yeah. So,
I can definitely see that.
Yeah. So I mean, Halloween was great. I would definitely say it's the best Blumhouse movie I've ever seen.
Damn.
Best Blumhouse.
They did take a deal with Universal Television. That's it, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
He still owns it.
Huh.
It's still Blumhouse. He has deals. It may even give his thing away. He's built that thing into an empire.
Yeah,
that's true.
Suspiria crushed it like on a smaller level, I guess.
With because it had limited theater release.
Yeah. Apparently it did. It only did 2 screens in New York and 2 screens in LA.
Yeah.
But it made an insane $89,000 per screen average in just 2 theaters in New York and Los Angeles.
That's really good.
And then it moved to the 311 screens because it's not playing in St. Augustine. So I couldn't see it there. So that's why I had to come see it here today. Because it's like barely playing in Jacksonville too. So it's very limited. But like they said it costed around $20 million to make. So I don't know if they're going to make their money back.
I'm sure
they will. They will maybe down the road.
By the end of it, they will.
But not opening week. They haven't made it
opening week.
But I think they're going to. I think they're trying to. A lot of people are speculating, honestly, that they're trying to do something for Oscars.
Hey.
Ooh. Tilda Swinton for either role, because I found this out. She plays the old man.
Yeah.
She's the old man.
Spoiler!
Hey,
it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. You can literally look at IMDb page.
But he is the old man trying to fucking unravel the witch conspiracy of the dance thing, and like you can't tell.
No, you can't.
He sounds like an old German man.
Didn't find out until the next day when I was looking at the IMDb page, and I was like,
I am Bay.
I was like, holy shit! I was like, she played 2 like characters. That's awesome.
Tilda Swinton's a fucking powerhouse, man.
So, but yeah, that's good.
So that's possibly 2 horror movies for Oscar contingency this year with Hereditary and Suspiria. Although I feel like, much like the Grammys and metal music, it'll probably get snuffed.
Probably.
Always.
What? Yeah. No way. That never happens.
What's next? What's going on next, guys? Anything?
Patrick, you got anything?
I got something.
What you got?
What you got?
Who here watches the Purge TV series?
I fell off out of it.
I'm on like episode 4.
Well, you're getting a second season.
Oh, maybe it picks up.
USA has renewed a new season for the.
I'm upset.
Why?
Dude, okay.
Because
I haven't watched it at all yet.
I'll tell you this. It started off okay.
Okay.
It got me hyped in the first couple episodes.
Now the timeline in the new series is for the first Purge, correct?
No. So
it's not in the timeline of the first Purge.
No. So it's maybe a couple years after the first Purge.
Okay.
So it's still like a new thing in the sense. I don't know.
And we say the first Purge as in the latest movie,
as
right?
the latest movies, which is defining it as the first Purge.
I fucking hate that.
So it kind of focuses it's got so many characters that it's focusing on all their story development.
Three different storylines going on the same
and
night.
Some of them are just really fucking annoying.
Okay.
Stop making Purge things.
Yeah, like
stop.
I thought the TV show would be a cool idea, and like I said, I was hyped for the first couple episodes, but I haven't copped. I stopped watching it.
Right.
I'm more focused with American Horror Story and what they've done this season, and I love it. The Purge, not my favorite thing.
I just, it's like I said before, it's like someone came up with an actually original idea for a movie one time. And then the producer must have overheard 2 people talking about it in a Starbucks going, have you heard about the Purge movie? It's a movie about crime being legal for like 12 hours, man. Anything could happen. It's such a good idea. And the producer's like, yes. Yes, it is a good idea. It's a fantastic idea.
Watch it.
TV series.
And then they're like, 5 more movies, 7 seasons of a television show. We're going to have... Shut up! We're gonna have comic books. We're gonna have webisodes.
We're gonna be at Halloween Horror Nights for 5 years in a row.
We're gonna be at Halloween Horror Nights. Anyway, we can shove this property.
And if we make enough money, we can actually make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, The Walking Dead did it at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
They were there forever. The show is still going on, and guess what? They
We're
just
gonna
announced that Rick's coming back for fucking
Right.
movies.
They were like, this is the last episode. Everybody cry. At the end of the episode, they didn't even fucking wait. As soon as the episode was over, it's like, oh, yeah, he signed in for 3 fucking movie deals.
Movies.
Yeah,
Rick Grimes.
The
movies.
fucking nerve. The fucking nerve. The nerve. I swear to God. It's like if they killed Jerry Seinfeld at the end of fucking Seinfeld and he's back for 3 fucking movies.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
no.
like, it's just fucking enough.
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta know
it's
when to
dumb.
end it.
I was
So a
confused.
3-movie deal?
A
Yep.
3-movie
So they're
deal.
confident that they're going to have be able
Movies.
movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 movies.
Movies.
Yes, because
Movies.
every brain dead moron with a Monster Energy drink tattoo is gonna go fucking eat that shit up. I swear to fucking God, dude. I swear to God. It's like The Purge too. Never, very rarely has it been done to where they film a movie for a fucking nickel, and they get a quarter's worth of fucking output, and they're just shelling out nickels because they're like, what do I matter? These are nickels. I'm getting quarters back, baby. Like, and it's fucking annoying. Have some goddamn integrity. I want new shit. I want new things.
Dylan is
I
mad.
don't want the same things
And this was a rant.
over and over again.
And this was a rant.
So you're not
This
stuck
is
for the
ranting with
Conjuring?
Dylan.
And this has been Ranting with Dylan. All right. Any more news?
No, let's get the fucking show going. Let's
get
talk
this-
about Scream.
I'm already tired.
Patrick,
Let's talk about it.
never yell that fucking loud in my ear ever again.
Oh, it's gonna happen again.
Dylan's about to pass out, dude.
I had to back away from the microphone.
And breathe and fucking take in oxygen.
Dude, Dylan just saw red and just started going.
He heard 3 movie deals for The Walking Dead and said, "Enough's enough."
And then George was the fucking feather that slowed it down and just said, so you're not excited for the third Monster movie? And then everything just fucking went, ah!
All right, guys. Let's fucking get it
All right.
started. Scream. We're going to start this shit off. 1996. Directed by the beloved Wes Craven.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my friend. For those out there who have never watched Scream.
What the fuck?
Yeah, really.
A year after the murder of her mother, a teenage girl is terrorized by a new killer who targets the girl and her friends by using horror films as part of a deadly game. That's Scream.
Next to Ripley, this is my favorite final girl.
I fucking
Over Jamie Lee
love-
Curtis?
Yep.
Oh,
I
any fucking day.
Fucking love Sidney Prescott.
Yes.
I just love
will-
Nev Campbell.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
so I guess
Talk about a cast.
how do
Yeah, fuck the movie. Let's just talk about her.
the cast, man?
Will do.
So I mean,
Courtney fucking Cox.
we got
Yes.
Courtney Cox, we got Drew Barrymore, we got who the fuck else was big at this time?
Stu is my favorite.
Stu. Billy Loomis. Fucking who played him?
Skeet Ulrich.
His name is Skeet.
Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich.
I can be an actor now.
Yeah, you
Because
definitely
with a
can.
name like that, I can be an actor.
Which,
David Arquette. I mean, like
well, Skeet over here is in Riverdale, I guess. Apparently.
Yeah, he's
he is in Riverdale.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's Jughead's dad.
Jughead.
Yeah.
Scream, one of my favorite franchises for slasher films. One of my favorite killers of all time.
Yeah.
And thank goodness this
Ghostface
movie did as good as it did.
Yeah,
Because
I am,
otherwise, Wes Craven's legacy would have been Freddy's New Nightmare and a vampire in Brooklyn.
yeah,
So there's that.
yeah.
Scream was his fucking lifeboat.
I love how this movie starts. We enter camera shot into the house. We got Drew Barrymore's character.
Which was I think it was the selling point of this movie that Drew Barrymore was going to be in this movie.
Yeah, because she was getting big back then.
Yeah.
She was in her shit. I mean, she was in her prime for a long time.
Not only that, too, like in the other movie we're going to talk about, Scream 2, Sarah Michelle Gellar didn't even read the script. She said,
she was like, nope, I'm in.
Yep.
So Casey Becker is who Drew Barrymore plays. She's at her home. She's making some Poppeth Kernel. She's getting
Is
ready.
that how you call it?
Huh?
Is that how you pronounce
That's
it?
Poppeth Kernel.
Poppeth Kernel.
Poppeth
Poppeth.
They call me Poppeth Kernel.
And she receives a phone call
From who?
from
Who, Mike?
a disguised voice that we have no idea who it is at
Hey.
first when you first watch this movie.
And the funny thing, too, is have you seen what he looks like, the actual voice?
Roger Jackson, you mean?
Yes, have you seen what he looks like?
I will right now. He looks terrifying.
He looks normal.
You know what I do like?
He looks like he's the guy you ask where you find like the 2x4s at Home Depot.
That is true, but you want to know something that's really cool, and I just know.
He definitely works at a Joanne.
He is the same voice actor for all the movies and the TV series.
Yep.
But the thing
And
about
that is cool.
But the thing about Drew Barrymore, the thing about Drew Barrymore is that she refused to meet him until after it was wrapped up.
That's
because
cool.
she thought that it would be more scary if she couldn't put a face to the voice.
That's cool.
Which adds on to the acting.
So good for you, Drew Barrymore, having fucking tactics.
But what I love is like how, and what like for why this is like my favorite franchise, and we're talking about the first one because it sets the tone for everything for this movie, for the series, is how real. I mean, like she's just a teenage girl at home on like a weekday night, getting ready to hang out, watch a movie, and then she's berated by these anonymous phone calls that are fucking with her. You know, the infamous line, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like that's more realistic to happen versus like a Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or Chucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're all like supernatural beings.
Yeah.
You know, Ghostface is a real person. Ghostface is an actual human being.
He's
Could be
tangible.
anyone.
And the cool thing
Yeah.
is,
Could be any one of us.
and the cool thing is about
Exactly.
with each movie, it's always someone different.
And it's always someone different.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I love about the series. And they
And
continue
sometimes
it on.
it's two people.
With Scream 2, 3, 4, and the TV series, it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
It's never given to you directly who the fuck the killer is, but it leads you to make your own conclusion.
Foreshadowing and what is it? Red herring.
Red herrings.
Red
herrings.
herrings, yeah.
Red herring.
But
Everywhere.
I love
Which
the
this
way
movie
that
has
scene
fun with
starts.
those concepts. Yeah.
I love how the movie starts. I love
Yeah.
how he toys with her, how he's psychologically just breaking her down.
didn't have a boyfriend.
Can you think?
play a game.
Can you think of any
Wrong guy.
I would want to say that besides The Shining, there's probably no other more iconic scene of a movie than the beginning of Scream.
That's
That's
debatable.
No, I can agree.
Can you think of something that's more iconic than
What?
The beginning of Nightmare on Elm Street. Are you kidding me?
I would say Johnny Depp's bloody bedroom scene is more
iconic.
Okay,
is the
true.
choice iconic scene.
That's very true.
But I'm gonna still say Scream is more iconic than that.
You're saying
Yeah.
for openers.
but I'm gonna
For an opening sequence.
Okay.
Scream does a
I thought you were saying
fantastic
just in
job
general.
at-
Okay.
At pulling you in.
Right.
yeah. I
like-
mean, because like the opening to The Shining is personally for me
Trees.
iconic. But it's amazing secondary camera work.
Right.
But as far as multiple, I mean, almost every single scene in The Shining is iconic and has been used several times for pop culture references.
Yeah.
But for the beginning of Scream, I would say overall, not just opening, I can't really think of
Something that does it that effective.
just as something
Mesmerizing.
so memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they even play on it every movie.
Well, I feel like
Every
that's
Scream
their,
movie
and that's kind of their formula with every movie.
has something like Scream 4. You know, we're not really gonna talk about it. They do the whole stab sequence of a thing, and it's literally playing on itself.
yeah.
Right.
But no, I definitely agree with you. I think,
And the same thing with the second one when we talked to.
It's definitely memorable.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening and they can think of they can think of something that they think is more memorable, then comment it
shoot us the comment.
because I probably am not thinking of it. Or
Yeah.
it's usually those things that like you don't think of and you're like, oh yeah, there is that.
It's also so hard when you watch so many fucking movies.
True.
To
That,
remember.
like,
Yeah.
sometimes it just gets lost in translation.
Oh, it does. I can't tell you what
All right.
Suspiria was about.
How,
But
how old was
The
how
new
old
one
was
or the
everyone,
old one because they're both very different.
yeah.
How old was everyone when they first saw Scream? And
Well,
what was your experience?
Well, it came out.
mean-
It came out in '96. So I was 7 years old when it came out.
I watched as a teenager
Okay.
because, of course, I was 3 years old when this movie came out. So I
I-
didn't watch it when it came out.
It's one of those movies that I always watch bits and pieces of on TV.
And you never saw it fully
And I
until
never
it-
saw it fully until like I got a little bit older, and I was like, "Oh shit, I should probably watch Scream."
George had a thing. George's thing was like with me and the fucking Shawshank Redemption, where it's like a 4-hour TV movie.
Yep.
So I never watched the full movie until I was like 18 years
Yep.
old.
When I could actually go out and get movies for myself,
Like, just
yeah.
watch
you know
it,
what? I'm
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
get this.
Because my parents got it for me on right when it came on VHS at Blockbuster.
And before we get into fucking Scream, it's kind of hard not to think of Scream and Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, the original title for Scream was
Scary Movie. Yeah.
The funny thing about it too is like this movie's kind of making fun of the tropes of all the horror movies, and like it's very meta. And then you have Scary Movie that's like just pushes it extra. Like okay,
yeah.
it's like we're actually making fun of this.
It was a movie that hasn't been replicated in its meta like that since like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
And like, I think that's the thing that makes this movie so great and stands out so good at the time that it did, because at this time, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason had like 20 million fucking sequels that nobody.
Hellraiser.
Yes.
There was probably I think there was 4 Hellraiser movies by the time.
There was just so many things that like
the market was flatulated.
Yeah, it was just done. Like nobody cared anymore.
How many times we're gonna kill Jason and not kill him?
Yeah, I said it farted.
I was like, what?
It's saturated is what I meant.
It's flatulated.
It's flatulated.
My water's contaminated.
Here comes Wes Craven with this fucking brand new fucking movie, brand new idea, which is so self-aware, which I think makes it stands out the most.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear some fucked up shit about this movie, though?
What?
Oh, you ever heard of Danny Rolling?
Who?
You want to know how Wes Craven came up with this movie?
He stole it.
He didn't steal it.
He killed him.
Nope. Danny
ate him.
Harold Rolling, also known as the Gainesville Ripper, was an American serial killer who murdered 5 students in Gainesville, Florida.
Right in our backyard, baby.
Over 4 days in late August 1990. Craven only waited 6 years, maybe not even less, because he had to write it. Help write it with the writer. 6 years, and we get a movie that's literally about Rolling, who later confessed to sexually assaulting several of his victims, committing on November 4th. Hey, whoa. That was a couple days ago, man.
What?
Ooh, the anniversary.
The anniversary.
The killings happened on November 4th.
So no, they didn't. They opened in August. He did more in Louisiana. So
shit.
Yeah, dude. So this guy murdered 5 kids, 1 student from Santa Fe College and 4 from the University of Florida during a burglary and robbery spree in Gainesville, Florida. Like we said, he mutilated his victims' bodies, decapitating one, and then posed them, sometimes using mirrors.
Kevin Williamson was the writer, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, this all makes sense, and you want to know why?
Why?
Because it was in Gainesville. So that means he's probably a Florida Gator fan.
Oh, dude, he was arrested in my fucking hometown.
He was in Ocala?
He was on September 7th, 1990. He was arrested in Ocala on a burglary charge. In the course of that investigation, his tools were matched to the marks left in Gainesville murder scenes.
I never heard Mike be so excited being from.
What the fuck?
Well, welcome to Ocala.
Yeah,
he claimed
there's horses, and that one fucked up dude was caught here.
Hey, we also had Wesley Snipes. It's okay. He claimed his motive was to become a superstar similar to Ted Bundy. So Wes Craven made him a superstar.
Which Ted Bundy's trial was held in Orlando, too.
And yeah, it was held in Orlando.
I think it was Ted Bundy. One of my relatives was like a upper police guard on death row at that time, and like walked Ted Bundy to death row.
Oh, wow.
My grandmother told me that randomly. She goes, "You do a scary podcast sometimes." And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well," and like she tells me the same stories all the time, and I'm just like, and I listen. I'm like, "Okay, Grandma, cool." And she goes, she pops out of gym and just goes, "Your uncle, your cousin so and so walked Ted Bundy to death row," and I'm like, what?
You can't just lay that on me, Grandma.
There's actually
I was like, excuse me? Like, I swear to God, she told me that story. I was pretty positive it was Ted Bundy.
We have a history center in the middle of downtown Orlando, and they actually have the desk that Ted Bundy sat at in a replica courtroom.
Name in it, apparently.
Yeah, and he carved
I've
his
never
name in
seen it, so this could be fake, but who knows?
No, it's actual desk. They have a replica of the. It's not the exact courtroom, but it's the exact desk that he sat at.
If you're interested, though, on learning more, because I know I'm infatuated with serial killers.
I love a bowl of cereal.
Did you say inflatulated?
Stop making
again?
that joke, George.
So, there is a movie called the Making of a Serial Killer.
There's a schmovie?
It's a movie but you blend it in a smoothie.
The true story of the Gainesville murders in the killer's own words. There's a book called Beyond Murder by John Flippin and John Delaney. There's also another documentary called The Gainesville Ripper. So if you're
is it on Netflix?
Why don't we just do
no. Why don't we
all
independent?
Why don't we just do an episode on him?
You know what? I'm down.
Yeah. Why don't
he looks terrifying. He's dead now. He died. He died in 2006 on death row.
Good.
Yeah, but just really cool fun fact. I didn't know that. Out of this being my favorite franchise, I've watched these movies fucking countless times. I've never knew that this was based off like true events.
And here's the shitty thing too: people who aren't from Florida aren't gonna realize this or understand it. But when you hear something that's fucked up on
9
the
out
news,
of 10 times,
especially national news,
yep,
you cross your fingers and you say to yourself, like an incantation, you say to yourself,
"Please be from Florida. Please be from Florida." That's
please
what
don't
I
be
say.
from Florida. Please don't be from Florida.
Please don't be from Florida. Please don't be from Florida.
And
in Florida.
And the next thing you hear, Dade County man,
Florida man,
Cecil Jones shoots gun at the sun off the 7 Mile Bridge. Fun fact, that's a real man who did that.
Yeah, fun fact, the other night.
Real man.
St. Augustine man wearing Crocs jump into crocodile pool.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a shocking 1/4 mile from my apartment is the legendary alligator farm. There is over 300 fucking alligators, not to mention Komodo dragons, cobras, fucking fucked up looking birds.
Come on, bring your family, fun for the kids.
Yeah, but the thing is,
alligator pool.
Dude, kids broke in there when I was in high school just to throw shit at the alligators. They got caught. Yeah, they were just like smoking weed and fucking throwing shit at alligators because they thought it was fun. But no, this man wearing Crocs jumps into the alligator farm after it's closed and falls into an alligator enclosure, and all he does is he gets bit. That man deserved to die.
Because you're wearing Crocs.
You want to know why?
He's wearing Crocs.
Because he probably somehow voted. That man is allowed to vote. You think about it. You want to know a real horror story, ladies and gentlemen? There's people out there who are allowed to vote that shouldn't. And they all live in Florida.
Every single one of them.
They all live in Florida. And that's why things are the way they are.
Bro, we had the fucking bath salts face eater fucking.
We sure did.
No one can beat us, I promise you.
The Florida man is an icon.
He really does live in all of us.
There's a fucking concert that 101.1 has put together called the Florida Man Festival.
Yeah, not Burning Man.
That's how big
Florida Man
is in this fucking state.
A man in Jacksonville went for a beer run with a live alligator in his hand and was chasing people with the alligator. And then
you can't be mad at that.
They asked him why, and they asked him why. He goes, I don't know. I was pretty drunk, I guess. I was like, you can guess, or you can say for sure. One's more embarrassing than the other, I guess.
Sir, you had the alligator, and you were chasing people while trying
to buy a beer. I'll never forget, I read the convenience store in Jacksonville was robbed by a dude with a samurai sword. Yeah, dude, the shit is.
We can't make this up. That's the point.
It's because we don't have seasons.
But let's get back on screen.
We don't have seasons.
Back on Scream. We've talked about Florida long enough. Let's talk about Scream in California and
Florida Man,
the murder, and probably one of the more gruesome scenes of the first movie. I would say when Casey Beckler is fucking gutted. Her throat is slit, so she can't call out to her parents who have just arrived.
Was it slit or was she choked?
She was choked.
She was choked.
No,
she was choked.
She was choked. He was choking her, was crushing her windpipe.
He slit her throat after that. After she ran towards her parents trying to scream, she was like, Mom.
Yeah, she was hoarse. There was no blood coming out, though.
Then when he caught up to her, he went,
See, and I'm going off the memory of I watched this movie on the plane heading to Chicago. Because United had the in-flight entertainment on the app.
Yeah.
And Scream was the only horror movie on there besides Hereditary. And I'm like, well,
I don't want to
watch Hereditary on this plane right now. I can't get that stressed. So I watched Scream, and I'm going off the memory of watching that at that moment. But she got her windpipe choked.
Yeah, pretty much almost crushed, probably.
Yeah.
She still got the phone in her hand. Her parents pick up the phone because they've realized the house is a fucking mess. There's a fire. Their daughter's missing. Mom goes to call the police. She can hear her daughter going, Mom.
That was hard as fuck.
That was terrifying.
That was
that is fucking terrifying. That's why I love this franchise.
For those of you youngins, when you had two phones in the house, if you picked up one, you could hear the other. You could hear the whole
Unless you were
conversation.
spoiled and your parents got you your own line.
But
wow. Must be nice.
He then fucking eviscerates her and hangs her by her intestines.
Literally.
Mom finds her outside.
What a terrible way to find your kid.
Like, one thing is finding your kid dead. No, they're fucking hanging from their intestines in fucking
on a tree,
family tree in your
waiting
front lawn.
for you to just come embrace it. And that's how we start off the movie, man. And it
Very
really
intense.
sets the fucking tone for everything.
Best use of anonymous phone calling to scare people since Black Christmas.
Yes.
Because Black Christmas I rewatched the other day.
Oof.
And I had to stop it because I was cleaning. Yeah, I was cleaning my house, and fucking the phone calls would happen in the background. I would just be like, ugh, I can't. It's too fucking weird sounding. The dude's too fucking fucked up sounding.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing. Like, even though like it's a killer that's killing everyone, the phone calls are like an added scare because it's like you hear that ringing in the distance, and you're like, oh god. And every time the phone rings in the movie,
it's
you're
like a jump scare.
It's a jump scare, and it's like, is it him? And it like turns out to be someone else.
It's the call's coming from inside the house concept. But it's
when a stranger calls.
Yeah, it's
oh my god, I forgot.
Does anyone else feel like this movie concept was underneath everyone's nose? Wes Craven was just somehow able to put it all together.
Well, he did.
Let's make a horror movie about horror movie tropes.
Yeah,
and use the phone as a scare tactic.
But
I feel like he used that same concept for like Freddy and stuff like that, like how Freddy plays with his victims.
No, but he doesn't. But they don't use horror movie rules as an actual forefront of the plot of the movie.
This movie literally defines the rules.
Jamie Kennedy's character almost acts as a dungeon master for the movie.
I love Randy.
It almost shines light on the rules that like everyone kind of knew, but no one really talked about.
Exactly. That's what they were. They were the unspoken rules of horror.
It defined guidelines for what you can and cannot do in a movie.
So riddle me this.
Oh,
Batman. If this movie wouldn't have came out at the time that it did, would it have been as successful?
No.
I don't think so.
Did it come out at the perfect time?
So you mean what do you mean, like before or after?
Like before.
In the in the 80s?
Yes.
It probably would have worked in the 80s.
It would have worked.
It would have worked in the 80s just because
Late 80s.
slashers were still a thing.
But we weren't.
But it was so saturated.
It depends
but
it depends when in the 80s.
Because if you look at Psycho 2,
oh yeah,
so Universal was pretty much just like, oh god, what movie can we dig up and make into a slasher? And it was Psycho 2.
Yeah.
Well, I would think it would work better in the 80s at some time, but not in the 2000s.
I think if you look at how much money it made, I think it came out at the right time.
Oh no, it definitely did.
It let all the other slashers thin out with the rest of the herd, and then James Cameron comes up with Ghostface, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the most memorable slasher, the last memorable slasher character to be created, like to be with the ranks of Jason, Michael Myers,
100%.
Freddy Krueger. Then there's Ghostface, but there's no one after that.
I mean, I know what you did last summer with the guy with the hook, but he's not as memorable.
That's not. Yeah,
he's not as memorable.
There's Jigsaw.
No,
Jigsaw's in the 2000s.
There's the mount. No, actually, he's right. He's right. The last.
Well, he was talking just memorable,
character.
Iconic.
There's your Mount Olympus of horror movie god characters, and they're all up there. And I've totally forgot about Jigsaw.
And honestly, I don't care what anybody says. I think Art the Clown will be there.
I mean, it depends. We'll see what happens with his future. I can see him.
I could see it turning into something like that.
If Terrifier is going to get more like movies,
probably.
Yeah, if anything,
but like,
Pennywise is going to take that.
Out of all of this, out of Scream, what is your like favorite kills in the movie?
Unfortunately.
Favorite kills in Scream.
I mean, the Drew Barrymore one is, again, what we discussed is iconic. But for me, the fucking garage.
The garage
door.
Christina Ricci, right?
Especially because
what's her name?
That's Christina Ricci, isn't it?
Especially because it happens and then like it just nothing comes of it.
It's not
like,
Christina Ricci. It's
Marilyn Manson's girlfriend at the time.
Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
Who would later meet up? Oh, first of all, what a babe! right?
Gets him right.
Stu was a lucky guy. Why did he kill her?
Who would later meet up with David Arquette in the Oscar-nominated film Ready to Rumble?
Yes. So why did Stu want to kill his girlfriend?
What if it wasn't?
Why did they want to kill their girlfriends?
What if it was Billy?
Well, hold on.
We haven't
that's
even
fun. That's a fun game to play.
Yeah, you just fucking ruined the whole conversation.
To the end.
You just gave away the whole ending.
Whatever.
When do we not jump around anyway?
But that's
Mike was trying real hard.
Right, well,
I was trying
I'm very
really
proud
hard
of Mike.
to not get to the ending.
I'm
of this
very
movie.
proud of Mike to try and stay on track.
My bad.
So
But
Nobody sent me
Pat
the memo.
cuts the brakes.
So I love
Chaos.
so like Sydney. We introduced Sydney in her room.
Right.
We have Billy come in through the window after she's chased by Ghostface. I'm at that part of the movie right now.
Okay, so
she's
not the
been
first time he
chased-
comes to the
she's-
window.
No, not the first time where he's like, no, under the shirt stuff.
No, I love where he was like, I was watching The Exorcist, and suddenly I have a boner. I need to come over here and rub parts over the body.
No, he goes. He didn't say I
thought
have a
about
boner.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
But he was like, I was watching The Exorcist and it made me think of you.
You.
And if someone said that to me, I would be like,
What part of the movie?
wow.
Wait,
No, I wouldn't even
part are we
care. I
talking?
wouldn't even care. I would just be like, "Wait, really? That made you think of me? It's like when my friends. It's like when my friends go, I was listening to DMX today and I thought of you. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, okay.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah, a lot
okay.
actually. Yeah.
But no, I just love like she's been chased by Ghostface in her own house. She's terrified, and then right then and there, this is why I love Scream. Boom, comes in Billy Loomis.
Within like
Ghostface,
5 seconds.
Literally, she locked Ghostface out. Goes to pick up the computer to type in call 911 to the death interpreter thing that she does, and then
You know what the address was for
What?
the typing? To the
911?
no, 34 Elm Street.
nice little there.
Not to
Love you,
mention
Craven.
Not to mention Craven makes a cameo in the movie as the janitor in the school.
Yeah.
Wearing-
Yes,
wearing
as
a
Fred-
Fred-
looking
wearing a
like
Krueger
Freddy.
fucking sweater. Yeah.
As literally Fred Krueger.
Frederick Krueger.
Yeah.
Frederick Krueger.
But I love that fucking
Sharp
that,
Hand Joe.
It works so fucking well. Like she does that, she turns back, Ghostface is gone, and then boom, Billy's there. It makes you automatically assume that Billy is the killer.
But at the
and the
same
movie
time,
put-
you're like, there's no way because he showed up so quick.
Exactly.
But,
So you're like,
how could he be?
And that's what this
It's
movie
that
does
doubt.
this whole series
everybody.
does flawlessly.
Well, the thing is too is like the movie plays on that because Billy does go to he
goes to jail.
He goes to jail, and like that plays a big thing on their relationship. 'Cause
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
it
you
ruins
don't-
their relationship.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
And then when he's in jail,
Well,
like,
not
she gets
fully.
another phone call. So you're like, well, he was in jail, so like, how did-
Exactly.
Did he use his one call?
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
right.
bring that up later in the movie with the one call.
Quit jumping.
Well, I mean, you're bringing it up, so I mean, we can
But yeah,
test that up together. But I mean, like, it's just the series of events, they unfold like in a really like good timed manner.
Yeah.
Nothing's rushed. Everything's going crazy. You know, kids are dying. Curfews are being put in place.
Courtney Cox is just trying to get the scoop
Courtney Cox is just trying to get
and just
the
being
scoop.
a bitch at all costs.
Yeah, you know,
Dewey's
she's
just trying to get laid.
She's really out to get the
His name's
Prescott
Dwight.
family because you know she believes that Sidney Prescott wrongly accused the Cox, whatever is Cotton something.
Cotton.
I can't remember his full name.
Something Cotton.
And so she's trying to write this book about her mother's death. Dwight, Dewey, Officer Dewey.
Dewey.
I'll send you a copy. Bam.
I love his character. He's just like this quirky old,
goofy old
small
cop.
town fucking sheriff or deputy.
I like the scene where he's that guy's smoking a cigarette. He's eating like an ice cream.
Oh yeah, that scene was funny as fuck. It shows you like the aged from the young, like Dewey's
Yeah.
like probably like 20, like just out of high school type
Right,
of
yeah,
shit.
just out of high school, like
Yeah.
in like the local sheriff's department and stuff. Yeah.
Wes Craven's like, here, eat this ice cream.
Eat
It'll
this
make,
ice cream.
it'll make your character.
I think one of the funniest things that like,
Relatable.
made me laugh is when Tatum and Sydney were like talking on her front porch, and she was just like, "Oh, like I don't know why you're acting like this is some like, what is it, Wes Carpenter movie or
Yes,
something like
yeah.
that."
Wes Carpenter.
And I was just like, "Wait, what?"
No, there are, and that's the thing about another thing is like he throws in little things for horror fans to
Yep.
catch.
I just thought that was so funny. I was like, "Ah, I see what you did there."
Did anyone else when they first watched this think that was the principal at first before his timely death?
Yes.
Yeah, can I mention
'Cause
something
he-
about that too?
With the fucking scissors, dude. He's
Yeah, the whole
fucking
scene.
psycho.
Can I mention something with that?
What?
The kids that go to the school are so shitty. They get a call that their principal just got murdered and his intestines are all over the fucking
He's hanging
football
from the
field.
goalpost.
And he's hanging from and they're all like, "Let's go see it before they pick up the body."
And then all sick, let's fucking party.
No lie though. Come on, think about it. If we were all in high school at the same time, and we got a call that a dead body was found in
our dead principal.
You bet
let's
ass.
Go check it out.
We'd all go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, your principal, the Fonz, is hanging from the fucking goalpost.
Fuck alcohol and girls. I'm gonna go watch my dead principal hang from the goalpost.
This movie also has like some of the best characters, like Billy Loomis. Stu was played by what's his name? He played in 13 Ghosts. He plays Shaggy. What's his fucking
Shaggy?
name?
Shaggy.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Thank you. Matthew Lillard.
SLC Punk, baby.
Baby. We got Stuart. We got Billy.
His tongue acting in this movie is fucking crazy.
And then we got fucking Randy.
Yeah.
One of the best characters. He's such a fucking dweeb, and those red shoes fucking killed me.
All 4 of us lived through Randy.
But
that's
I
the thing.
think horror fans today, he is the horror fan. Horror fan. The audience.
Yeah.
He is the audience.
Yes.
And that's why I felt like his character played in the movie was like the kind of the guy that broke the fourth wall.
No,
because the whole movie, the whole time, everyone's like, this is not a movie. Like, this is real life. And then Randy's like, no, we got to pay attention to these rules because this is what happens in horror movies.
Then you got the virgin, you got the straight edge, you got.
I love that scene where he just discusses it. Like,
that at the party when they're finally like, you know, the curfew's in effect because
you don't know the rules.
Yeah, you don't know the rules, and he fucking stops the movie to explain the rules.
Never say I'll be right back.
1, the virgin always survives. 2, never ever do drugs or drink.
Yep.
And then never ever say that you'll be right back.
But who says it?
Who says it? Fucking Stewart.
Yep.
Stewart says, "I'll be right back."
You son of a bitch. And I think another thing that I really like.
Well, number four, everyone's a suspect.
Everyone's a suspect. Yes.
And then the 2 additional rules come from the killer. Number 5, you will not survive if you ask who's there, and you will not survive if you go out to investigate a strange noise.
Love it.
Yep.
But this movie breaks all those rules.
All the rules.
Well,
literally explain the rules. Everyone broke the rules.
Like, I think my favorite thing with like talking about him as well when he's like explaining the rules and everyone leaves the fucking party and then he's there because he wants to watch Halloween, obviously.
He's super
wasted, and he's like fucking wasted watching Halloween. He's like yelling at the TV, telling Lori to fucking turn around.
With his stupid ass red shoes.
Yep. Meanwhile, fucking Ghostface is right fucking behind him doing the exact same thing, and I'm just like, oh my god!
I love that.
Awesome.
That parallel.
That scene is so sick.
You know, Laura. God, what's her name?
Laurie
Strode. You know, she in this movie, Randy's embodying her at this scene where she's Michael Myers is there, but unbeknownst to Randy, Ghostface is right behind him. And that's where shit starts unfolding.
Not only that, but with what's her face's the video being delayed.
Yes, there was a 30-second delay from Gail Withers' not so hidden, looks exactly like a camera that she placed on the TV
on top of the VCR.
Which played fun with the concept later on when we see the cameraman die.
Yes, he gets his fucking throat slit.
That's what that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie sets up a lot of stuff and it pays off.
Yes, and it does that throughout the series.
Yeah,
it always sets something up and it always delivers. So Sydney is the virgin in this movie. She's the Laurie Strode.
She's the Laurie Strode.
The Laurie Strode. She eventually has sex with Billy Loomis finally. So she breaks that rule of having sex.
Lucky bastard.
Right?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right. Sidney
Son
Prescott
of a
was lucky.
bitch.
Billy Loomis was hot.
No, the other way around.
Okay,
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Okay,
Here's
they
what
were
I don't
both
like.
hot.
Was hot.
Here's what
They
I
were
don't
both
like.
hot.
Here's what I don't like. Because a lot of girls on Twitter will post a picture of Billy Loomis licking blood off his finger, and they're like, "Oh my god, I want his fucking kids." And I'm like, first of all, he don't look like that no more. Second of all, he's licking random blood.
Corn syrup.
Actually,
you don't know what's in people's blood, George. And second of all, they must not have seen the rest of the movie.
There's just
They
a bunch
turned
of
it off right
McDonald's
there.
Romantic was not one of his trunks. It was not one of his things.
No, mommy problems.
Yeah, very huge mommy problems.
Which is a man you don't want to.
No. You do not want to date a guy with an anti-social disorder.
Because, you look at mother issues in horror movies.
Psycho.
Psycho, fucking Friday the 13th.
No.
They never work out.
So Sidney Prescott loses her virginity finally with Billy, and then
shit hits the
fan. She's no longer the virgin. She is up for grabs by the killer. She broke the rules, and after sex with Billy and they get dressed, they start talking about the phone call.
Yeah.
And then Ghostface comes out. I'm gonna say Ghostface Killer.
Ghost Killer Mask Man.
Comes and stabs Billy. Stabs.
Huh?
So that means Billy's not the killer, right?
Billy is not the
If
killer.
this is your first time, you would think not.
Yeah, he's
at
not
this
the killer.
point in time.
At the moment, he's not the
When I
killer.
first saw this movie, it fucking blew my mind.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Who did you guys first think was the actual killer? I thought it was the principal up until the point he died. Then I was like, fuck, who is it?
I was not. I did not trust that Billy kid.
I did not.
I thought it was him.
I can't tell if you're being biased because you've seen it so many times.
No, as a kid, that's what I thought.
Dylan.
I didn't think.
Patrick, you can talk.
Patrick, yeah, go ahead.
I didn't think it was gonna be Stu and fucking Billy.
You thought it was just one person.
I thought it was just one person.
Yeah,
and I honestly thought it was.
What movie has done 2 killers?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Never.
And I always thought it was either. I was like, it could be Sydney's dad, but I haven't seen him, so I don't. I feel like that's just a.
I mean, no,
that's just a common thing to say. Yeah, of course it's gonna be her dad because he's not throughout the whole film.
Well, I mean,
but
it makes sense because he's not there.
Exactly.
So it's like,
But
where is her father?
But at a young age, I was already thinking, nah, that's not that. It's not the dad.
I don't think it would have worked if it was the dad.
I thought it was gonna be Dewey.
You thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
Dewey?
Yeah,
That would have been a good
And, like,
twist.
that's the thing that I like about this movie so much. Like, just playing on everything is that, like, it's not just a slasher. Like, you're not getting mindless killings. Like, it's one of those things where, like, the whole time you're like, oh, it was the principal. Oh, just kidding. No, it wasn't. No,
I
it
mean,
was
you're still
Billy.
getting mindless
Oh,
killings.
no, now it's...
Well, not even mindless because they set up every character for you to
Yeah, but,
have
like-
some sort of attachment to.
But
you
it's one of
instead.
those things where, like,
I like
whole
the
time,
principal.
you're trying to
Yeah.
figure everything out at the same time that these fucking kids are.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, it's fantastic because not every fucking movie does
Yeah,
that.
you're not watching it like as like a petri dish of like you know what's going on. You
Right.
know what's setting
Like
up,
with
but
Friday
you're
the
waiting.
13th and Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. Like,
Yeah, there's no mystery of like who is it.
Yeah, you know who the killer is.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm actually for as violent as the movie, like by today's standards, really isn't.
Yeah.
In 1996, apparently they sent the movie to the MPAA like 9 times, and every time they did it, they were like, "Nope, it's gonna be rated NC-17."
Could you imagine? What if they released that version?
NC-17, bro.
Oh, my God.
And then so they were like, the producer was like, he had to step in because he's like, all right, my money's getting fucked with. And so the MPAA, after the producer talked to him, gave it an R rating. And so everyone was like, yo, what did you tell them that would make it rated R? And he goes, I just told them to watch it as a comedy, not a horror movie. And when they did that, they watched it as a comedy movie. They said, oh, yeah, it's rated R.
Well, you know, that's
And
why
I was like, wow, that's genius.
this movie was passed by a lot of directors. It was passed on by a lot of directors because they thought it was a comedy.
Yeah.
Like reading through the original script, a lot of people were like, I don't want to do a funny horror trope movie.
Yeah.
But horror.
But
I'm
comedy-
pretty sure if
comedy
you
has
read
a-
this on paper, it does sound like a comedy.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a making fun. It sounds like Scary Movie.
No, yeah.
Like it probably would like read like it was like making fun of horror movies.
Yeah, it's dude.
Which it is,
if
but-
if you read the script and the first line you see is like, "Oh, I want to play a game with you. What's your favorite horror movie?" You're like, "Well, that's not very scary at all."
Well, I mean, it probably in the wrong hands could have ended up like a comedy.
But I love, like, you bring up, like, what's your favorite scary movie? I love the game he plays with them. Like,
Right.
he asks them questions. Like, he asked Casey Becker in the beginning, he was like, who is the killer in Friday the 13th? And she's so quick to jump and say, Jason Voorhees, because
Right.
that's what you think. But it's not. It's Pamela Voorhees, the
Right.
mother. She's the first killer in the Friday the 13th
Right.
cinema.
Yeah.
So I love those trivia games. And they
Yeah.
carry that on, not so much in the second movie with, like, let's play a game.
Right.
He does ask, like what's your favorite scary movie? Because he has to. Like, that's like his line.
And this is why I'm gonna stand to the end of time that Cabin in the Woods is one of the best fucking movies ever, because it's a movie that goes meta, just like Scream, but instead of having the big reveal of who's the killer, they do their own thing where it's like, for example, did everyone in here go see Cabin in the Woods when it was in theaters?
I saw it in theaters.
All right,
did not see
okay,
it in
so
theaters.
when you first watched the movie, was it what you thought it was going to be?
No.
Absolutely not.
No,
No,
God,
it's
no.
exactly. They did something that was meta to the fucking 90th degree,
Yeah.
Yeah.
more power than fucking Scream
I
was.
literally.
But as I was watching, I was like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
is going
'cause,
on?"
like,
but
you're-
it was not marketed to be the movie that we got.
because
No.
because fucking
I thought it was gonna be a scary movie, and then I saw it and I was like, "Wait, what?"
in Scream, there's the 4 rules, and that's what they go off of. In Cabin in the Woods, it's like Every horror movie, do you want to know how every setup for every horror movie is ever done? Well, it turns out there's a giant warehouse.
Yes.
And it's all pick your own adventure, but they don't know it. And
You
it's
wanna know,
please a giant earth god. And you're just
You know who the Earth God is, though?
Who?
The audience.
That's true.
Ooh.
It's us. And because if we don't like the horror movie, we will destroy it. We will shit on it. There's a whole 20-minute video that goes into all the things, and we do.
We need to do that movie.
It
for
explains
real.
everything in that movie, and he says that the audience are the ancient ones.
We should do Scary Movie 1 through 6.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Oh wow! If
we do
Sharknado, we're not doing it.
If we're not doing Sharknado,
Actually,
we're not doing that.
You know what? We are doing Scary Movie. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean?
That's exactly what we mean, Pat.
No, we're not doing it.
No.
We should do a month where we do
isn't
really
that
bad
right,
movies
Mike?
like that.
Isn't that right, Mike? We'll shelf the Sharknado idea.
No.
And we'll bring forth the Scary Movie idea.
No.
I agree
Pat,
with you.
doesn't that sound great?
No. All right. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, Pat.
Hold
I wanna do
on
Sharknado
now.
too.
I just wanted to make
We're
Pat
getting
mad.
this shit back on the road. We're in the fucking final scenes of Scream. We love this movie. Dun dun dun.
Okay, wait.
Reveal the
Rephrase that as
killer.
I really fucking love this movie and I want to keep talking about it.
So reveal the killers. We have two.
Ghostface.
We have
Billy?
Billy Loomis and Stewart.
Is his name? I thought.
Which Stewart
It's
sounds about
Stu.
right.
It's-
Stewart
it's
made sense.
Stu, but
They
it's
both.
Stewart.
I mean, they
Stu.
both made
Yeah.
sense.
They both make total sense. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it,
Now-
the deadness inside Billy's eyes, and I think that was I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of a hard thing to do, to look dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
But that is something that with people who are psychopaths, with no empathy, they look dead.
Right.
They look
And
like a
Billy's
shell.
character is very terrifying. He's
Right.
for being a teenager, he gives off
So what's
this
up with
fucking
Stu
presence. Stu is
He's
crazy.
Peer pressure.
He's just no.
Like he said.
No, I don't think it's peer pressure.
No.
I think his love of horror movies, which is what really got them into, because they're really big horror fans. They want to know what it was like to kill people. On top of them being psychopaths, just really pushed him over the edge. I don't know if he would actually been
If he didn't have Billy to push him.
I think Billy was the
Right.
pushing
Billy
factor
was the brains.
because Billy was the brains.
I think Stu had
Billy
it in him.
has
Billy,
the motive. I mean, they say that there's no motive, but there was one.
And Stu's just tall.
Stu's just tall. But Billy's mom, Sydney's mom was sleeping with Billy's dad, which caused his mother to leave them. So he has this animosity towards Prescott's family.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that gives him a motive. For one, he killed Sydney's mom.
Yeah.
They reveal that in the movie. He's the one that killed her.
And the only reason he wanted to have sex with her is so as that he could follow his rules,
Exactly.
and which made it a little bit more
Sadistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like taking that extra step.
Yeah.
Hey.
At-
He wins.
He just I don't know. I just really like this movie. I really like what it did for the horror genre.
I would be
And
happy to
being
get shot in the
meta
face.
and all this crazy shit. I mean, they both die at the end because they stabbed themselves
Oh, that's
to
another
fucking
thing.
to be the survivors.
Yeah.
They were so blinded by their love for horror movies and all the tropes and all the rules and stuff like that. They were like, oh yeah, no, we'll just stab each other and play the victim and so we won't get caught. Not realizing that getting stabbed fucking sucks.
Well, no, well, that's because Billy stabbed them too far.
Yeah.
Because they literally
Oh, man.
remember too far to the
you're
side.
Woozy over here, man.
I think you cut too deep, man.
No, dude, the funniest thing is
My
when he,
mom and dad are going to be so mad
dude,
at me.
when he fucking smacks him over the head with the phone, he's like, what the fuck, man? That really hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But think about
you know
it.
that wasn't
You hit me
scripted?
with the food, dick.
Yo, you know that wasn't scripted?
No,
and
funny.
they kept it in the
It's a
movie.
fucking great
well,
scene.
think
It
about
wasn't
Matthew
scripted.
Lillard's a very, very fantastic improv
Yeah.
actor.
Oh, yeah. But
Houston, we have a problem, and my mom and dad are gonna be so
You're
mad
at me.
Those were all ad lib
Fuck
things
yes.
that Wes Craven kept.
But it fits perfectly because they're fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
But I mean,
they're kids.
Think about fucking Wes Craven having to work with, oh god, the guy who plays. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. The guy who plays fucking Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund.
Robert Englund.
Yeah. Think about having to work with that dude and all the ad libbing he probably did for fucking Freddy
Freddy.
Krueger.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, for Sharp Hand Joe.
Sharp-Hand Joe.
Stop.
Scary Terry, bro.
Sharp Hand Joe.
With tiny
shout out to Pizza Party Clothing.
Hell yeah.
Yo,
One of the funniest fucking t-shirts
they were on
ever.
fucking Bloody Disgusting.
Yeah,
too.
Sharp Hand Joe, dude. That shit's funny. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Yeah, no,
it's like Lord Humongous and the fucking the T-shirt that says Friday the 13th, but it has Freddy Krueger on it.
Yes.
That shit gets me real hard.
But
goddamn,
I love this movie. It's a fantastic movie.
So who are the survivors?
$14 million budget. It grossed $173 million.
And that is why it got 4 fucking movies and a TV series.
Ugh.
Which is great.
I still have to see the TV series. Didn't they cancel
It's
it, though?
good.
Dude, the TV series is fucking fantastic.
Dude, did you watch?
There's 2 seasons in a TV movie, and they're all great.
Did you watch any of the Exorcist television show?
No.
You need to watch it and let me know what
will.
you think, because it's people are making these good adaptations and people just aren't fucking watching them.
Yep.
But I mean, wasn't Scream on MTV?
It was. But
I think that's what discredited it. Is like people said, "Oh, Scream.
yeah.
It's on MTV."
When Teen Wolf is on MTV.
Yeah, no. When me and Mike first started this, we were watching Scream when it was airing. We were like talking so much shit about it because we were like, "Fuck MTV. It's not even going to be good."
And then
me and him watched the first episode. We're like, "Fuck, it's good.
It's so good."
it really is. It's
I
so
also
good.
love how for the creation of Ghostface, it was going to be an all white outfit, white robe, because he could look like a ghost.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Wow, we're geniuses. We're geniuses. I can't believe we came up with this." And then some dude walks by and goes, "Why does it look like a Klansman?" And then they're like, "Fuck." Make it black. Just make it a black suit, white face. Well, that'll work just as good.
I mean, the costume's a real costume that they found on the while perusing the stores.
Yeah, because you can buy them. You can buy that costume in all the Halloween stores.
The mask is different in. I can't believe it. I can't remember if it's in Scream or Scream 2 because they had to get the rights. They didn't
for the mask.
For the mask, they didn't have the rights. I think they had to buy out the company because the company was like a small fucking costume. I can't.
Oh, you're gonna use our fucking mask to make your fucking horror movie?
But I can tell you right now, when they used the mask, because Carpenter, Craven literally just picked it up and was like, "We're gonna use this," and didn't think anything about it, about property rights or anything, and put it in the movie, and they got in trouble.
The one redneck dude who runs the small company who sells the ghost face goes, "Aha. Big Hollywood had to come to old Bill Stevenson's shack."
Exactly.
Well, how much money you want to give? And they're like, "I don't know."
Well, didn't Halloween
70,000 sold? I'll take it.
No, they used the William Shatner.
Yeah, they used the William Shatner mask and they spray painted it.
I thought there was something about it where they got really mad about it because they knew it was that mask just.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I don't know off the top of my head.
Hey, which Halloween movie which Halloween movie is the Michael Myers mask with the eyebrows?
Oh, that's
H2O.
H2O.
Yep.
Is that not the horror movie mask equivalent of Joel Schumacher putting nipples on Batman?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Why the fuck does he need eyebrows?
You know what? For this Halloween sequel, we're gonna put eyebrows on him.
Yeah, this'll get these fuckers.
All right,
give him expression.
So
let's
finish Scream so we can move on to Scream 2.
Yeah, dude, I'm really derailing this son of a bitch.
Yeah,
This is what happens when I'm not in the studio for a while.
At the end of Scream, the survivors are Randy, Sidney, Gail, and Dewey. Those are the 4 survivors of the.
Expect more Dewey surviving a lot of these.
A man named Dewey should
for
not
no
live.
reason.
Was it Westboro, the town they were from?
Yes.
So I wanted to think about that because it's Westboro Baptist Church.
Are you sure it's Westboro? I would check because I don't want to. If it's not Westboro, I don't want to give anything with the term Westboro any credit.
I don't think it was Westboro. I think it's something close to it.
It's
just Westmoro.
It's something. Keep talking while I look.
Why?
No, we're gonna sit here in silence.
We're just
gonna.
Anyway, so you have the 4 survivors, and then the movie ends, and then a year later we get another movie called Scream 2.
Year.
But we get another trope at the end right before it when Billy's lying on the floor and they're all crowded around him, and they're just "Oh, well, this is the part where the killer just gets up randomly and
gets
gives
up
you
for
another jump scare.
one final scare."
And she goes, "Not my fucking
Well,
movie."
and they play that throughout all the other movies too.
Yeah,
dude, that was so funny though because not even 2 seconds, didn't even flinch, just boom, pops him in the fucking head. I'm like,
Billy Loomis pulled a silver bullet.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
But yeah, Scream 2 came out a year after Scream.
Year later.
1997, which is pretty fucking impressive.
That wears me out hearing that. That makes me tired.
That's we just got done filming and releasing, and we're back to the drawing board. But the writer, actually, Kevin Williamson, who wrote the first movie, was actually always writing a sequel to this movie.
Yeah.
He was working on one. So, like, he had a sequel already kind of in the works. So it makes sense how fast this movie was made. Because sometimes sequels are planned, but they're not, like, almost done type of plan.
Yeah.
God, but Scream 2.
I believe this is the first one I saw in theaters with my dad.
In 97?
Yeah. My dad did that a lot. He would take me to R-rated scary movies.
You were 5 years old?
Probably. I don't know. I can't do math right now.
You were 5 years old.
92?
You were a year older than me.
Yes. I remember seeing this in theaters.
So, though it's a year released, the movie takes place 2 years after the first series of murders. As Sydney acclimates to college life, someone donning the Ghostface costume begins a new string of killings. And what a fun intro to a movie.
Shit. The beginning of this movie.
So,
and it's in the movie theater.
It's in a movie theater.
The beginning of this movie, or as I thought of it, Mike Womack's worst nightmare.
No. Actually, you're wrong. You're wrong.
A packed movie theater full of unruly teens running around and screaming.
I honestly was watching this again today, and I was like, how fun would it be to throw, like, Scream, the original, in a movie theater with everyone wearing Ghostface things, getting rowdy and all.
In this day and age, it would be very scary.
Would that be?
Is this another idea of ours that we're going to do?
Yeah, no, literally, I was like, how fun would it be to have a Scream
we need a budget.
Everyone brings like Ghostface mask and little fake knives and like going crazy and stuff in the theater.
What premiere did they go to where they're getting free shit like that?
The studio was throwing out Swig.
Scream is a cult movie like that where people can go and like they'll quote it out loud.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And it's like, yo, participation's included. Like you would have to say like, yo, people are gonna talk.
Yeah, no, I only get mad when it's a new movie.
Yeah,
that I want to fucking see. Don't talk in the movie theater. But when it's a movie I've seen like 20 times, like. Fucking yell lines and fucking scream all you want.
It's like when I saw Evil Dead 1 in Chicago at like this old theater. People were like, it was interactive, and I was like, well, this is fun because it's Evil Dead. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Exactly.
So I'm not missing anything.
But like, I think like if we can do that, that'd be so much fun. Like having a big premiere of Scream and everyone comes out and we just fucking have a crazy time watching this movie, throwing popcorn, screaming, quoting lines. People
Let's go buy a movie theater.
Donating the fucking Ghostface mask.
If we could even find like packaged up Ghostface costumes like to hand out like they did in the movie.
That'd be so cool. Maybe we could do like a raffle. Nah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But
we'll make it.
Now is not the time.
Now's not the time. Just a cool idea I had while watching this movie. So we're 2 years after Sydney's in college. She beginning of the movie, we have
what the hell did you do there?
I was fucking like getting my mind in track.
He was still really hyped.
We have Omar Epps.
Omar Epps. You get that name right.
I said Omar Epps.
You said Omer Eeps or something like that.
I said Omar Epps.
Mr. Omer Eeps.
And then
Jada Smith.
Jada Smith playing Marine. The first
Jada
two.
Pinkett.
The first two characters you're introduced to, and I love her lines where she's just like, this is some dumbass horror movie, white people horror movie with white girls doing stupid shit, and I'm like,
he's right.
This is the most true thing about horror.
And then she was like, these movies aren't good African Americans, and they're like, they always die first.
What?
He's saying black people always die first in horror movies.
Oh yeah,
she says that. She was like, "These movies are never good to African Americans."
It's like that.
Just say it regularly, George. I can't understand you.
It's like that old Richard Pryor joke about if The Exorcist was a black family, that movie would be about 15 minutes long. And they'd just be like, the voice would be like, "Get out," and he'd go, "All right,
let's get out."
Don't gotta fucking tell me twice.
I literally would think that'd be my reaction. I'd be like, "No, I'm okay. I've seen enough movies to be like." That shit shouldn't be happening. I'm out of here. But talk about a kill scene like Phil, his character that Omar plays, goes to the bathroom and he hears people like whispering in the bathroom stall and he just decides to put his ear against the wall.
How did he know where his ear was when he stabbed him?
Exactly.
Who cares?
Ghostface logic, that's why.
Who cares?
He just which is probably
okay.
I would, my thing is like
very sturdy.
No, they're not.
The knife that Ghostface Killer uses? Absolutely not.
That knife is crazy.
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's a knife. He's not Crocodile Dundee.
He's got super strength.
No, he doesn't.
It's a no. Anyways,
Oh Lord.
Getting stabbed in the ear has to fucking suck.
It's on my list of things that suck for sure. Yeah.
Like my thing is like getting stabbed in the hand.
Almost
Every time
as
I
worse
see
as the
a
one that
hand
happens in
stab,
Scary
I'm like,
Movie.
ugh! But like the ear, ow, that had to hurt.
No, man.
It had to.
Stabbing in the foot is definitely my number one, man. Like, you ever step on a nail? That shit fucking sucks. Imagine
You ever step on a Lego?
Step on a Lego.
Sucks.
Um,
Imagine that, just a knife.
ugh. Phil's dead, and then he puts
So
on
this-
his jacket and sits down next to her, and she doesn't realize that.
Genius.
I thought it was cool. I was like, shit.
Fucking genius, the beginning of this movie, because it's like, I'm going to go
movie-
kill someone in the theater and everyone looks like me.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect, and I'm pretty sure they had like some.
Well, not only that, but everyone thought it was an act.
Yeah,
While not
Like in
as
the
good,
theater.
while not as good as the original screen opening scene,
No,
it
not at
definitely
all.
holds up.
Yeah.
It's right behind it. as
her
far as,
death
like,
was
cool
a little
opening scenes.
overacted. I
Yeah.
think it was a little bit too like.
The stumble up the
But is that
stairs.
the
into the-
purpose?
I think it
it's
was
dramatic.
I think it
yeah.
was
Yeah, it's
with
supposed to be
purpose, it was
dramatic.
dramatic.
I like it because like you slowly start seeing people noticing like one
Yeah.
by one. Like it's not like right away. It's
Oh,
just
the
like
one girl
slowly,
gets blood on her, and she's
she's like, wait, what?
"The
And then
fuck?"
slowly people, and like by the time she like finally collapses, the whole theater's like,
"Oh, this is real."
Someone just died.
oh.
And if it-
Someone
and-
just got
And if
stabbed.
that movie was made today, everyone would have their cell phones out filming it.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude! I want a stab poster so fucking bad.
Oh, dude, the giant
So
hand
bad.
the giant hand that kept going up and
Yes.
down.
I want a
They
glow in
don't
the
do
dark
shit like that
knife.
anymore.
A glow in the dark knife.
What is stab?
Stab is the real life story of what happened in Scream. Literally, they literally
They
played
made a
this
movie
fucking
inside of a movie, yeah.
movie inside of a movie, and the events that are happening on the movie are literally what happened in Scream.
Genius.
Just
Scream
in case
Genius.
just in case you needed a reminder of what happened in Scream, this movie gives it to you.
And it's cool because it's like the franchise itself always is like brings itself to our world
Yes.
because it mentions movies that does exist that we have seen.
Yes. And then I love the whole like someone's trying to reenact a sequel in real life. That was original.
Yeah.
And fucking cool. Like how even the names, like Phil's last name was Stevens. Jada Smith, her name is Maureen, and Maureen is the name of Sidney Prescott's mother. And then what was Cece? Her name was Casey. Casey was the first girl
one to die,
Kurd
yeah.
killed. So it's in order actually, because Sidney Prescott mom was killed first, and then Stewart, the boyfriend of Casey, and then Casey was killed. So it's just really cool how they like really made this copycat killer.
But he's killing he's going back and
And he's-
killing the people with the same names.
Exactly in the same
Yeah.
order.
In the same order, yeah. Which
that
is
he-
clever.
Which is clever
For
That was so
a
cool.
fucking sequel, and this movie does make fun of itself for being a sequel. And
It does.
It makes fun of sequels, and like it's never better than the original.
And they came up
Which-
with all this in less than a year.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Because if the movie came out exactly like a year after, like, dude, they took less than a fucking year.
Not
to
only that,
write, film, produce, everything.
cool fun fact trivia
Because
is
it made money.
the first 10 pages of the script were leaked online, and the writer rewrote it.
Yeah.
So he rewrote new 10 pages worth of script, plus they were printed on gray
we've been-
paper.
As a society, we always been linking fucking movie scripts since the day of the internet.
And then they released
Since
the
day
script
one.
to the people on gray paper, so it was hard for them to scan to give copies out.
right.
And then they were not given the last pages of the script until the day of the scene.
Don't they
so
play-
they
don't they-
never knew, literally, no one knew who the killer actually was in the movie until the final day of shooting.
That's so
And
cool
they
that
and
did
they
that.
use that because in the third movie, I feel like there's a tool with the script that they know who's gonna kill who.
Yes.
But the script went through so many re-changes and they don't know which script to go by.
Exactly, yes. That's
so they
the
use
tool
that.
of the
They
third
use that in
movie.
the third film, which is fucking cool.
I just love how, like...
How do I remember that shit?
I don't know, because Scream is a good franchise.
It is a
dude.
good. It is a very good.
You can watch and
franchise.
have fun. But I love that, like, they didn't know who the fuck the killers were. And the original killers of the movie that were rewritten, it was supposed to be the boyfriend. So
Again.
Chad
McGee, fucking frat boy.
frat boy. Yeah, he's the worst.
Poor Sidney,
Jerry
bro.
O'Connell, you mean? Yeah, Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. Well, I mean, unless you want to give away who the.
Not yet.
No. I'm just saying the original, like the ones they were gonna actually have.
The
He
original
was one of the
script was supposed to
originals.
be him. He was supposed to be the.
He was
It was
supposed to be the
supposed to be
original.
Jerry O'Connell, her friend, her roommate, like her
Yeah.
college dorm roommate,
Cotton.
Cotton, and then
Yes.
the other person.
Yeah.
And then
Who it actually turned out partially to be.
Yes.
So out of all four, one stuck.
Yeah, they're like, second movie, in our first movie we did two killers. We're doing 4.
We're doing 4
But
killers.
I'm so happy they didn't do that with this one because I would have been a little bit too
much.
Too much,
yeah.
Because then the red herrings would not be red herrings because it would be like, oh, we guessed it would be one of you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? Because there's not that many. The kill count in this movie is a little bit higher than the first one, obviously.
Yeah, it definitely follows the rule of a sequel. Because the fun thing about this movie is it also establishes rules for sequels.
Yeah, you got to be gorier, which it does not do.
It
That's my only complaint.
The only complaint is it's not as gory as Randy says that they should be.
Well, they explain that in the film class.
What do you mean?
They have the scene with the film class
Yes.
where they discuss on the college about how the movie Stab inspired the copycat killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar's like, no, movies don't do that. But Timothy Oliphant's like, well, it's life imitating art, imitating life, and whatever. And then they start having this discussion about like how Timothy Oliphant's bullshit opinion about how sequels are always superior movies.
Right.
You're calling people by their name, and I have no idea who they are. So I gotta
He's talking about the. I'm with you.
Yeah.
the film, the guy with the video camera. That guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The film student.
I love that though because like the whole time and it like periodically pops up through the second movie is like when they're arguing about like a sequel that like
He mentions Aliens and Terminator 2, which is like okay.
All right, okay.
And then like a couple minutes later he's like
That's it.
Empire Strikes Back.
Well, here's the thing. What is better? T1 or T2?
For me, T2.
Two totally different movies.
Two completely different movies. Same thing with Aliens, though.
Yeah, two totally different movies.
But still, the franchise, you gotta pick which one you like better.
I can't. I will not discuss that on this
What?
show because I can't make a sound decision.
And
What?
then
With Alien?
Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, and then Timothy Oliphant thinks
Get out!
he thinks he has the whole class. Like, oh yeah, well allow me to tip my fedora. The Godfather Part 2, boom, roasted. Every sequel is like The Godfather Part 2, so it's all better. And I'm like,
No. That's
absolutely
one
not.
argument.
Yeah, and then he's like, yeah, oh, Empire's better than the original one, and like he says, well, it's a part of a franchise,
he's
not
like,
a sequel.
He's like it's part of a trilogy, not a sequel.
But it is a sequel, is it not?
It is a sequel, but it's part of a trilogy.
So
What
if it's part of a trilogy,
Star
is it
Wars.
still considered a sequel?
No.
Oh, we're talking about Star Wars now.
No. I agree with Randy. It's a part of a trilogy. It was planned. Sequels are usually not planned.
It's
Yes.
it's a continuation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, 'cause he just
it
shits
could
on
be
it.
it could be one movie in 3 different movies.
Literally,
Yeah.
Star Wars
Yeah.
could be the original trilogy.
the
could
same-
be
it's the same
Act
story.
1, 2, and 3.
It's the
You play
same
one
story
movie.
continued.
Exactly.
It's basically the middle of a book.
Fun fact: I just found this out. So the chief,
Like the two towers.
cop, his name is Louis Arquette. That's Dewey's actual father.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They're
right.
related. I didn't
Yep.
know that. And I was like, so I saw the last names. I was like,
And Courtney Cox and David Arquette were married.
oh,
Really?
I thought they still were.
They fell in love. No, they divorced in 2003. Don't ask how I know that. And
How do you know that?
Oh, Dylan keeps up.
2003 or 2013. One of those things. It's either a 1 or a 0 in the third number. But I digress. Yeah, they met and fell in love on the first. Actually, funny. Yeah, they met and fell in love and got married during Scream 1. Also during Scream 2, Neve Campbell and Matthew Lillard were dating.
huh.
Yep.
That's why in the party scene, Matthew Lillard's in the background because he was visiting the
Stu.
set. And this is what I love about the 90s.
Here it is.
Was he
College parties, baby.
They're wild.
The party sets in, and all of a sudden you just hear "Ra-da-da-da-da, Dave Matthews Band and it's the 90s, and we're hanging out drinking our Zimas, and everyone's having a
Zimas.
good time." Fucking like Dave Matthews, baby. It is the 90s.
Oh,
Much love.
in
to
their
Dave
fucking
Matthews
clothing.
Band.
No, dude. I don't understand why Sydney is with the fucking douchebag. Like
'Cause
he's
he's
not a
handsome.
douchebag.
'Cause college.
I
He's
guess
got a nice
handsome.
jaw.
He dresses like a dork, and it's like Sydney dresses
You gotta
like.
put yourself in the 90s.
Nah, dude.
Put yourself in the 90s, bro.
He was a bro, dude. And Sydney, I feel like Sydney Prescott. She's a theater major. First off, those two don't mix.
Artsy fartsy.
Artsy kids
They
don't
mix.
Artsy kids don't mix.
No,
with
they
the
do.
med
Haven't you
students.
seen The Breakfast Club?
Dude,
Nah, dude.
frat kids do not go for theater kids.
No, they don't. And then what I hate.
Oh no, Pat's
You
turning
want to
to
know
me.
what happened last time you mentioned the Breakfast Club?
I had a meltdown. But listen, it's I've just,
I agree with him. It's
yeah.
Well, and then
Jerry O'Connell's like kind of cool.
Look,
no, he's not. He lost all his cool factor when he sung in the fucking cafeteria. I would have been like, motherfucker, you've embarrassed
after you
me.
date someone that
he did it to make her fucking smile. You want to know why?
It was
because yet again she's being stalked by a fucking copycat killer. So if you're gonna make your hot girlfriend smile, if all it takes is for you to get on a goddamn table and sing some songs and get everyone clapping on
Top Gun,
then goddamn it, you do it. You make Nev Campbell smile.
And then you
don't yell at him for yelling at the mic.
And then you give him Greek letters. Here's my necklace.
It's to protect you.
I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for this.
No, see, like, I love Scream 2, but I have so many problems with it because of how dorky it is.
It's not dorky. He cares about her.
Fuck
Plus,
him.
look, after
like
dating
him.
someone like Billy,
I don't like him.
you gotta date a normie. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
Oh,
yes, you do.
Yeah,
yes, you do.
Yeah, you went from dating the Crow to fucking
some Johnny Depp looking motherfucker
to jockstrap. But it's like it's fine. Jerry O'Connell has a nice
goddamn
square
penny
jaw.
loafers.
He's a nice square jaw and he dresses well. So what?
You got a nice polo.
All right, that's all.
Just because we dress like schlobs doesn't mean we can hate on Jerry O'Connell.
Have impeccable taste. How dare you?
Oh yeah,
Power trip.
okay.
Love
Yeah,
it.
that power trip when he spells first class sophistication.
It does. It's called quality music.
Did they issue that to you at the country club there, Mike?
They did.
No,
It's called the Hardcore Alumni Club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was the dorkiest thing you've ever said in your fucking life. Hey, everyone, just so you know, I get tired and winded when I mosh now. That's pretty much what you just said. Hey. You want to know why? Because I'm also a part of that club.
Exactly.
But I don't tell people that.
All right.
Let's see Bury Your Dead one time and winded in 2
They
seconds.
killed my favorite character.
They did.
They killed Randy.
Which
did.
is kind of upsetting.
Worse than you could fucking
move.
do.
I think Randy should have survived throughout.
I can't believe I remember this too from the third movie, but he has like a video in the third movie.
He does.
And he's like, if you're watching this, I'm dead. Yeah. It's like, fuck you, Randy. Why are you still here? Like, they killed you in the second movie, which they shouldn't have done.
No, they shouldn't.
I felt like that was the worst thing they'd done was get rid of that character because it kind of got rid of the fun of like.
It got rid of the meta-ness.
A little bit because it's like that's kind of. Randy is us.
Randy is the audience.
Yes,
dude, it's college. He probably lost his virginity.
No, maybe.
No, he was still.
Oh yeah, he's still
rolling over fucking Sydney.
No, he even talks about how he's the fucking lone nerd.
Yeah.
Who won't get the girl.
Which again would have been a cool motive for him if he was the murderer too.
Yes, because there's a scene where him and Dewey are talking in like a shop of some sort.
Yeah.
And he's explaining the rules of a sequel. We're saying like the body count has to double, it has to be gorier, things like that, and everyone's still a suspect in a sense.
Even Randy.
Yeah,
even Randy, even fucking Dewey, because
he
they're
was
from the town.
Yeah,
so
he
it
was
would make
one in the
sense.
first movie as
And
well.
the shitty thing too is like there's this scene where like Ghostface is chasing Courtney Cox through like the fucking art department or whatever, and they go into like the in college recording studio, and that's a cool scene with like
Very
the
cool
soundproof
scene.
glass and all the fucking insulation that soundproofs everything.
Turn around, bitch! He's right there.
Yeah, and like Dewey gets stabbed and like
Dewey gets fucked up.
He gets fucked up.
Every movie.
And
yeah.
my thing is, why couldn't Randy have come back instead?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do we have Dewey?
Because Dewey doesn't really serve a purpose.
He's just a goofball.
He's a goofball. I mean,
Dude,
he serves a purpose later on in Scream 4.
He has the worst fucking mustache in a movie I've ever seen.
Ever.
In
And his
life.
arm,
And his
due to
arm.
the injury he sustained from the first movie.
Yeah.
He got nerve damage.
Nerve damage. He's got a limp.
More
and
like
shit.
nerd damage.
He's dressed like some jackass who harasses you at voting polls. Like he looks gross, and like Courtney Cox for some reason is like flirting with him and wanting to make out with him.
He's got.
still in love with
he
you.
goes nice. What did he say? Highlights.
He looks like he looks like he shops at Food Lion.
highlights.
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, shit. I want to make out with her.
But I think like that area of the movie where you're talking about where Dewey gets stabbed is pretty intense. Like that whole college scene is terrifying when Sydney is acting out the role that she's performing, and there's all those people wearing masks and they're like not like.
I felt like that was a lot of fun.
That had to be a lot of fun.
Because that was the first
crazy.
time. That was the first time Scream did the scare out with the dream sequence thing.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool because we didn't see that in the first movie.
Hey Pat, how did
and that's a horror trope. What?
How did Nev Campbell look in that scene with the red dress?
Oh my god.
Let's just say I had a red rocket on that one.
Ew.
Oh, disgusting, Pat.
Gross.
God, you're gross, dude.
I'm a dog.
Someone you are. He'll get this fucking dog the fuck out of here.
I need an adult.
Just ruined the whole scene for me.
Good.
Like that scene was the
That's
coolest
my
scene.
Now I'm just gonna think of dog boners now, and I'm just fucking upset about it.
Everyone's grossed out now.
You are a
Good.
dog boner, Pat. God damn you, you son of a bitch.
Literally, everyone just shut the podcast off. They're like, oh,
yeah, they're just
Christ.
like, this is gross. And then like the one of the more gory scenes is when the Ghostface hits the cop with the car and drives him on the roof.
pole through his fucking
and the
head.
pole through his fucking head.
Yeah,
the
and
goriest part of the whole movie.
Why not just fucking shoot
Okay,
him?
I said the same thing. He was on there for a long time. And he's like,
He's literally saying,
gun.
"I'm gonna shoot you," and I'm like, "Then do it."
I'm gonna do it, and then he fucking pulls the pedal, and he just goes, "I'm gonna wow!" Like has to go on the ride. Yeah, he goes on the fucking ride. He's got Sydney and her best friend in the back seat of a cop car, and now Ghostface is driving the cop car. So they're locked in the back seat, kind of like what Halloween did when the new Loomis put Michael Myers in the back seat, and she's fucking stuck back there with him.
Yeah.
And so he gets the pole shoved through his head, and then there's the gun on the goddamn hood of the car. Now here's the thing. Sydney breaks out of the back seat. Has to pull the grate, the protection grate.
Yep.
Pulls it out, gets in the front seat, can't go out the passenger door. So she goes from the passenger seat, straddles and crawls over Ghostface and gets
I would
out
love
the front
to be
door.
Ghostface at that moment.
So you have option A. You grab the gun that's on the hood and you shoot him a bunch, and then you help your friend get out of the car, or you don't grab the gun at all. You have your friend do what you just did, risking getting stabbed, and then you run away. What sounds better to you?
Option B.
Option A.
See, Mike, you think that's funny, but it's not, because it's option A. It's option A.
But if we did option A, we wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah, we wouldn't have.
Yes, we would.
No, we did
No,
option
actually,
B.
we would
wouldn't
have because
a
of
movie.
where it's placed. It totally makes sense. It's not in the beginning. It's literally towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, but that I don't think that. Oh, well, they didn't do it because we wouldn't have a movie. Isn't a good enough excuse. The gun should have went flying instead of being on the fucking hood.
No, you're totally the continuity. It
And
doesn't
they,
make sense.
They purposely had a close-up shot
or
on
she
the
should
gun,
have
so
she
it's
should have
still
reached for the
there.
gun and it should have like went into a manhole or something.
Well, it's another instance of the white girl doing something stupid in a
then
horror movie.
She went to go pull off his mask
Yeah,
and then
but-
honked the horn
but
and
we're
then
ge-
just didn't think about doing it again.
But we're giving Nev Campbell so much credit as such an amazing final girl that like
She is.
you're gonna ignore the gun that's still sitting there.
Oh,
on
I'm
the
not
hood.
ignoring that. I'm
No,
with
not
you
you,
completely.
her.
It's a giant plot hole.
yeah.
Not you, her. Yeah, to have something like that just to continue the movie, to me doesn't make sense.
She should.
No, it was just a plot hole overlooked.
She should have taken
and,
off the mask.
She should have. She should have right then and there, unveiled the killer, and you still could have gone towards the end of the movie with her knowing.
I was just about to spoil it again.
What? Go ahead.
I'm not going to.
Spoil it.
I'm not doing it.
I love how when Jamie Kennedy's character says, like, oh, I can't believe people got stabbed, and he's like, it's the Cineplex, love. It's old. It's a dangerous place, and it's like, wow, dude, 21 years later, and he's still right. Movie theaters are dangerous.
Are dangerous. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you
Try not to think about it.
Yeah, you try not to think about it, but I was like, wow, he's still right. That's fucked up. It's also fucked up to think this movie came out 21 years ago.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I know.
Think about that.
Making us
bullshit.
feel old.
Think about that bullshit. I love how Courtney Cox is still a fucking
I'm gonna leave now.
fame-hungry bitch.
Yeah, for real.
She doesn't care about anybody's fucking feelings at all. She just wants to get it fucking done. And that's why she later went on to run the new Star Wars franchise. Cause she doesn't fucking care. She just wants money, money, money.
Dylan is yelling of money 3 times.
Yes, I made sure to back away from the mic this time so Mike didn't have to endure it.
Thank you.
I'm trying.
So we get to the end of the movie. Who's dead now?
Sydney's friend in the
Sydney's
back.
friend is
she got
dead.
stabbed.
All right, so we're at the very end.
Yes.
Okay, so
When everything reveals.
Everything reveals Dylan.
so Jerry O'Connell is on her boyfriend got
He got kidnapped by his fraternity
Yes.
yeah,
And got beard.
beer down his dick.
for giving away a necklace with
Hey,
letters on
man.
it.
Frats are weird places, man.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah, fuck.
Shut up, Pat.
Yeah, Pat, your Pi Gamma Delta days were they fucking weird, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You and your fucking messenger bag crossing the quad.
Oh, for sure.
You and your AFI patches. You
Bro.
fucking weirdo.
Actors who auditioned for the part of Derek were asked to perform the scene in the cafeteria where he sings "I Think I Love You."
That was the scene?
That was their audition.
Damn.
Yeah, that scene wasn't necessary.
No, it wasn't.
No, but that was their audition.
But I too.
It was like It was like unnecessary, like the fucking Conjuring 2 when he starts singing the Elvis song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the cringiest part of that whole movie. I will say this though, I will not sing Elvis to calm the nerves of scared British children, but I will sing anything in a cafeteria on top of a table for Nev Campbell.
Oh,
so therefore that scene makes sense.
Okay.
Her and Wild Things.
We're there. The killer is revealed.
It got hot in here.
Nev Campbell.
Patrick, who is the killer in this movie, the real life sequel?
Billy's mom from the first
Billy's
movie.
Billy's mom.
She does not. She plays an annoying reporter in the whole movie.
Yep. Obsessed with Sidney Prescott.
Which is a good cover. You never see that coming.
And this jerk off that loves James Cameron movies.
Timothy Oliphant. And here's the funny thing. I don't remember ever watching Scream 2 all the way through till today when I watched it.
Right.
I called it 1,000%. I knew it was gonna be him because of his shitty fucking opinions on movies
and his shitty haircut.
But I also
he was the asshole from Girl Next Door, right? You guys ever seen that movie?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. He was the asshole from Girl Next Door.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too.
I was like, where do I know this guy?
When he's had the camcorder and he goes, "Do you think Sydney will let me interview her?" That's when I knew. I was like, when he had a camera.
Yeah.
And then like the part where they're in the AV room and they start playing all the footage of him filming everyone. I was like, well, he's got a camera, so it's fucking him.
Subtlety.
Not very subtle, but I just.
Well, you caught onto it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't really.
I didn't see that either. I didn't think of that.
I also love how Sidney Prescott condemned a man falsely for years and ruined his name, and he comes up to her and says, "Listen, all you have to do is go on TV and help me clear my name. You'll get $10,000." And she's like, "I don't want to." I'm like, no wonder you didn't notice the gun. You're a fucking idiot. $10,000 in 1997 money?
That's a lot of money now.
You know how many N64s you could buy with that? How many PlayStation 1s?
Fucking
To
50.
release an innocent man that just wants to be.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, that you fucked over.
Yeah.
And for $10,000, you're righting a wrong. You know how many times I have to admit I'm wrong and I don't get fucking jack shit for it?
How many
Every
times?
day.
Every day.
Every
goddamn day.
Every goddamn day. It keeps me humble, though.
Oh, yeah.
Does it? Does it really?
So yeah, there's the twist there.
The twist is
It's
Billy's mom. Billy's mom, everybody.
Because she's upset because Sydney killed her son.
Yes.
Even though she's a shitty mom.
It was Billy's fault.
She's not a shitty mom. Her fucking husband
She
was
left her
cheating.
kid.
She left her
fucking
kid.
husband
Why
was
does she
cheating
care
on-
now?
She left her kid.
Did she?
She
leave
left
his
Billy
kid?
with a cheater.
Okay, first of all, she left the kid. If she was still involved in his life, Billy
And
wouldn't
was
have
so
been fucked up.
worried
so she was
about him.
obviously a terrible mother.
I don't care what Blink.
So I just want to go ahead and say you're wrong because you're born a serial killer, and then your environment also molds you into act on those certain things.
But at the same time, I don't care what Blink 182 says. You don't stay together for the kids. You just don't do it.
you just don't do it.
You just don't do it.
She didn't abandon him. She left.
He
a
said
relationship-
she loved him.
Well, of course he feels that
Well,
way.
he felt abandoned, so
She left her husband who he cheated on her. So it makes sense.
But her motive.
Maybe she just wasn't in the financial stability to raise a kid on her own. Maybe his father had a job because Billy had his own cell
doesn't mean
phone.
you can't make a phone
At that
call and check on
time,
your kid.
At that time, Billy, having a cell phone was a big deal.
There's landlines.
I love the.
Yeah, Billy
Where's-
had no problem
where's
with a
phone
fucking
booth?
cell phone in the first movie.
He
I
could
lo-
have called his mom.
I love the Bell South.
She could have called him
Fucking
too.
phones, Bell South.
Bell South.
The Bell South caller ID.
yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god! I bet in Scream 3 there's like singular wireless cell phones somewhere. Someone's playing
and there
Snake.
is.
There is.
Or like Nokia, like Nextels.
Yeah, it was the fucking the one that you
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Nextels? Was I right?
No, I think they're Nextels.
In Scream 3 or 4?
I think
it's gotta be
Scream
3.
Yeah.
4 they
Oh,
had
you're
iPhones.
kidding me, dude. You're kidding me.
It's the one where you have to pull the antenna out,
and it goes bleep bleep.
I think so.
Oh, please don't tell me I called that. I've never seen Scream 3.
You've never seen Scream
You need to
3?
go home
No.
and watch it.
That Nextel Sprint life, bro.
But so Scream's fun movies.
They're very fun movies.
They're
Very
fun
fun.
movies. They make you guess. They keep you on your toes. If you've
The
never
worst
seen
one
them,
is 3.
That's why
Well,
I
we're
haven't
not.
seen it, I guess.
We're not doing it because this is 2000 movie, so
Well,
we won't talk about.
maybe in
Scream 3.
January.
Maybe January.
Since we do our scary movie month, so we piss Pat off.
I don't know. It's just been a franchise. I just love it because it's so real. Because like anyone could just put on a mask and literally, as we read earlier in the show, and kill people. I mean, he didn't put a mask on, but still.
It just has fun with that.
It has fun with it.
That anyone could be Ghostface.
Yeah, it's humans. Like it's not a supernatural person.
And they play a lot of fun with that when he's like falling over shit, or when they throw shit at him, he falls.
I love that because it's like with Jason or Freddy, like they never really get hurt.
They just walk through everything.
They walk through everything, but it's like
Freddy does get hurt.
Well, yeah, he does
in the
get
first
hurt.
movie. Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, like they're throwing planters at Adam, and he's falling or he's tripping over shit.
He's clumsy.
It's very like normal.
It's very realistic.
Yeah, he charges at him like a fucking defensive end, and then he fucking knocks over a TV, a chair, a fucking grandfather clock.
Beer will stop him. If you throw beer can bottles at him, it will stop him.
And those tight corridored chase scenes, like he's right fucking behind him, and it's intense. You're like,
because Cece, when she's running upstairs through the house, you're just like, he's right fucking there. Like,
and then he stabs her and throws her off the fucking cliff.
Yeah, and like when she went to throw the bike, I was like, why? Like that's like 2 seconds it took you to stop and throw the bike down.
Anything
you could have been with that door.
Anything that will slow him down. It's fight or flight.
Yeah,
hey man, you never know.
And I love that because it's normal reaction.
He got hit in the
like I
nuts
said,
with a beer bottle.
My only complaints with the second movie is that the kills are not that creative.
Yeah.
In comparison to the first movie.
Well, nothing's gonna top the garage door.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Well,
I mean, they tried to with the pole in the head.
Yeah. Okay, the pole in the head was pretty tight.
But you can't beat the fucking garage scene.
Yeah, the garage scene's just, it's up there.
Because she's a babe.
Dude, Scream is like, I don't know if this is going to make sense.
This is the best way to start off our 90s slasher with these two films.
I agree.
Yeah, because I think they're the pinnacle of 90s slashers.
Yes. We're going to watch some crazy movies.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
I still got to finish making that list.
You need to hand it over.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I finished Sabrina last night, and then I think now I can finally start Castlevania Season 2. Which podcasters that are listening right now, listeners, Mike says it's the best animated thing he's ever seen.
Yep.
And you're still sticking to it.
I'm still sticking to it.
The best animated thing ever.
Yep.
Well, is this the only animated thing you've seen?
No, I've watched Cowboy Bebop. I've watched Dragon Ball Z.
That doesn't make any fucking... I look at Pat. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
because I would never make a bold statement like it's
care.
good. It's fucking good.
Cowboy Bebop is like...
That's gold.
Future noir anime art.
Listen, I love Cowboy Bebop, but I love Castlevania so much more.
Okay.
Let's give our ratings on these movies.
Yeah. So let's fucking rate these movies.
So Scream 1.
For me personally, I'll give it 8.5 out of 10.
Damn, that's it?
He's not doing the 10 anymore.
I won't give it a 10.
Because you keep calling him out on it.
Because he does it for everything.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't.
But you really like things. I get it.
You should have been here when we first started the podcast. We gave a lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros. I give it an 8.5 because, I mean, like, there's some elements to it. It's not a perfect movie, but it's still up there. It's very enjoyable watch. It's original for its time, and it's really done a lot of things for horror. And it's just one of my favorite franchises. So yeah,
it's
8.5.
And for you, it's nostalgia for sure.
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
Yeah, as is for me and everyone here.
George?
Yeah, George. How many stabs you give it?
Y'all need to quit coming up with these things for him. You gotta let him. You gotta let him do his thing.
No, dude, it's fucking 8 intestine hanging bodies.
There you go. See, I knew he had it in. I knew he wasn't gonna use
throw a little one out there.
Yeah,
Pat,
good one. I give it an 8.
Okay.
The first one for sure. Are we doing 2 as well?
Yeah, we'll do 2 after the 1.
Okay.
I haven't rated 1 yet. 2 yet.
Man, it gets the seal of approval for me. It gets the stamp because it's not. This can make sense or it couldn't, but it's a movie.
It is a movie.
I don't know if that makes sense, but when I say it's a movie,
I
say it's something that you pop some popcorn, you get on the couch with someone, whoever that may be, and you're gonna watch a movie that like is meant for the popcorn snack, turn the lights down experience that you get with a movie. That's what makes people love movies so much is that you zone out.
Yes.
And you're experiencing something. You get your laughs, you get your fucking nostalgia factor now. But you also get your legit scares, your tense moments,
It's a movie for both audience, both for the junkies and for the mainstream audience.
It really is. I mean, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
But it's fucking it gets a seal of approval for me. It's a must. And then I guess if you want to just kind of ping pong it back, I'll just go ahead and give Scream 2. Scream 2 gets the approval too.
Oh yeah,
it gets the stamp.
It's a good movie
of approval.
For me, it gets a 6. Like I said, my complaints are only because of like the less of gore and creativity in the kills. Other than that, everything was solid for me for the second film.
George,
I also give it a 6. I give it 6 free.
There's no sex in this one.
6 free Ghostface costumes at the movie theaters out of 10.
Sydney doesn't get laid in this movie.
Yeah, but it's my favorite one he's come up with so far.
Yeah, no,
that's a good one.
No, honestly, like I don't know, the movie just didn't resonate with me like the first one did.
Right.
Like it's fun. It's still a really good watch. Like you still get that really creepy. Like I don't know who it is. Like the whole time you're kind of like in the back of your head trying to figure out who it is. But I don't know. The movie kind of feels rushed to me. In some parts.
The second one?
actually
I
longer.
can
the
see
second
that.
one.
It's actually
It's
longer.
like almost like 2 hours, but like I don't know, like I feel just like the storytelling and like the way everything like unfolds. I feel like it was just really rushed and like I mean, it kind of makes sense that it was made in like less than a year.
Yeah,
But I don't know, it just felt a little scrambled at times, but it's still a good movie.
Pat keeps touching my knees and tries to give me the chills, and it's working. I'm like,
I've got the fuck chills.
for me, even I'm jaded because of Scream and Ghostface. I'll give it a 7.5 because, like you said, like what George just said, it does feel rushed, even though it is a long movie. There are definitely a lot of plot holes in this movie. I agree with Patrick that the kills could have been a lot more creative and gory if they were trying to. Like if you're gonna
especially with the first one, like again, the garage.
Not only that, but I mean, if you're going to
kill someone with a
establish rules where it says a sequel is going to be gorier than the first, then you should probably act on that.
Yeah.
but this movie also proves Timothy Olyphant wrong that sequels are not always better.
And I think that's what it was trying to do.
And I think that's what it was trying to do. So yeah, 7. I said 7 or 7.5.
7.5.
7.5 for me.
Which I would really agree with Mike's rating overall because I think it's not a bad movie. It's just not as good. I think it gets just one notch down.
Yeah. But we'd love to hear what you guys think of Scream 2, how you think about the franchise, how the franchise may have shaped you as a teenager watching these films, your thoughts, your opinion.
Because this really is, like, now that y'all mentioned it, I never thought about it. It is the franchise that came out in my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s.
Exactly. It came up when we were kids.
Yeah,
so the 90s,
it's ours.
Yeah, so like
like
the Final Destinations and the I Know What You Did Last Summer.
And that's kind of why I wanted to do
an urban
this era
legend
as well.
Yeah.
Is because, not only are 90 a time, the 90s a time for slasher movies, but it's also a time that we grew up in. So like these are the movies that were coming out when we were growing up.
And we saw in movies fucking movie.
I mean, I don't want to say I didn't see any of these in the theater because in the 90s I was a fucking kid.
But I mean, as
that's
kids,
no excuse.
We were lucky enough as kids to have
cool parents.
That and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I mean, yes we had Are You Afraid of the Dark.
That was and like
that was my shit.
Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps were things for kids that molded them into the weird.
Exactly.
And
Man,
the weird and the odd and the supernatural.
But like I said, tell us what you guys think. If there's any movies from the 90s, so 1990 to 1999, that you would want us to watch and talk about, send them our way.
Help me make this list.
Yeah, because there are a lot of movies. We will definitely be talking about Popcorn and A Cat in the Brain because those movies look fucking wild.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is on that list.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Urban Legend's going to be on it.
Urban Legend.
Final Destination. Well, I don't know if you'd count that. I don't know if it's going to be on there, but.
Is death the slasher? Answer our question.
Oh,
is death
the character?
Ooh.
It's like well, yeah, because like haunted houses, like the house is a character.
Yeah.
So is death a slasher? How's he killing people? Yeah.
We'll have to figure this out.
Yeah, help us.
We got a lot of things to think
because
about.
I would love to do Final Destination.
Maybe we can do.
Maybe
we can do an Instagram poll.
Yeah.
But how many Final Destinations are there?
A lot.
Like 5?
7.
There's 7.
7?
Yeah,
I don't know. There is probably like 7.
I think I stopped at like 3.
There's
or 4.
a lot. It's been a while since we've been in the studio.
It's been a while.
Sorry, we got off rail a lot during the show.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen each
I'm
other.
tired.
We have a lot to talk
I'm tired
about.
too, man. It's been a long
I'm
episode.
sleepy. I'm hungry.
As always, guys, follow us on social media at Horror Junkies FL. Interact with us, and we'll interact with you. We promise. Subscribe to our feeds, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel. Come hang out with us and watch us play video games and stuff. As always, though, this has been another hairy, weird, and sweaty episode of the
Horror Junkies Podcast.
We did it all together. That's hooray, guys.
Wow.
Until next week, stay weird.